MoJo 50. The question isn't
who's going to let us.
The question is who's going to stop us? Adjust your mojo now. Thank you.
The mothership has landed.
Doc Thompson. Brad Staggs. The mighty MoJo 50.
What, do you think you're better than me?
Never.
Is that
I
what you're
would
saying?
never.
You think you're better than me?
I don't think.
You question how I do things?
I
Think you're
would
better than me?
never, not in a million years.
Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, live from SHOT Show, Las Vegas, the Sands Expo Center. It's really confusing since there's no Sands anymore.
Right. No.
So what you would say is Las Vegas is Sands.
It is Sands.
That is
It's,
without
right.
the Sands.
It's the
It was
Sands
Sands,
Expo
the
Center
Sands?
in the Venetian.
In the Venetian,
I think
which
it would
is
be the Venetian Expo Center,
but it's still on Sands Road Boulevard,
it is on
right there.
Sands Road.
So it's Sands, the Sands,
right?
But not Sands, the Sands Expo
That is
Center.
correct.
That is still in
Right.
existence. And
inside the Venetian.
is still here
right.
as well.
Next
and there's
to
all right here.
Palazzo.
Yes,
right.
Conveniently located.
Right. 2 doors down from
Inconveniently
Bally's.
located from downtown.
Yes,
Because downtown is
right.
very far.
Well, if you have to walk.
And super inconvenient from Seattle.
Oh, especially if you have sore feet.
Right, that's
I would
not going to work for you at
recommend
all.
Walking here.
We've got lots and lots of content we've posted online, short little videos about some of the coolest things,
Yes.
gadgets, services, companies.
People are loving that auto loader. That,
Oh
we
my
just
gosh,
put up.
is he going to come up and talk to us?
I hope so.
Such a cool
I
thing.
hope so, because that thing is really cool. Although somebody said there's an easier way to do it that costs no money.
Easier or there's a way?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
easier from the standpoint of, yes, you could take your little digits and try to load your magazine, but that's a pain in the ass.
Yes, it is.
Especially the 9mm. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's like, no, just push it down.
Well, you have delicate
Stop
thumbs.
it,
You
I
have
do.
delicate fingers, and that's a problem.
I have big hands, and it's difficult when you get into smaller rounds.
Yes, it
I
is.
understand you're used to handling the smaller rounds, but,
Wait a
smaller
minute.
caliber.
Wait, just a
I mean, it's not Izzo, but,
right.
it's still,
no.
still
Nothing,
an issue there.
Nothing is Izzo.
Anyways, check out all those videos, and for the next couple of hours, we're going to regale you with stories of exciting companies, opportunities, people, interest organizations, of things going on at SHOT Show, including darling Nikki, who joins us now. How are you, Nikki?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing well. Nikki from Pink Pistols. And what's your website before we go any farther? Is there a way to contact you?
pinkpistols.org, and on Facebook, Operation Blazing Sword. That's our outreach, and we also have a Facebook group. On
Okay,
Pink
hang on
Pistols.
one second, because Tom is trying to mount you or something.
what
What are you
we
trying to do, Tom? Oh, can you move just back a little bit, because we want to see you.
Gotcha.
Excellent. Okay, so from Pink Pistols and Operation Blazing Sword. What is Operation? Well, first of all, what is Pink Pistols?
Pink Pistols, LGBTQ gun rights. We've been around since 2000, and we promote armed self-defense against hate crimes. So we're strong Second Amendment.
Now, this is really an interesting idea, too. And one of the reasons I want to talk to you is because there are so many so many left-wing people who buy the whole thing, and they only end up left-wing because of a certain issue, maybe their LGBT status or want to support such. And then they become anti-gun and all this. Well, we understand. Yeah, there's it's not uncommon for somebody to be targeted, be a victim because of their LGBT status, right?
Correct.
So it's sad that they don't get, hey, why not protect yourself with a firearm?
Right. Well, why they don't get it, that's a question I've been asking. I've come down to the conclusion. A lot also have the victim mindset, so they're docile, they're dependent, they're functionally, sad to say, dumb. So,
well, I'll give you that as well.
Yeah,
well, there you go.
And, they also have this nonviolence mindset. So if you have a victim mindset, you're going to be dependent on the government to protect you.
And that works well.
Yeah, that worked real well in Pulse, in fact.
Right, exactly.
Pulse, it's sad to say, police arrived in 10 minutes, but they didn't breach the club for over 2 hours. So, 100 people sitting inside crowded bathroom on their phones calling family members and stuff in the dark, saying that they didn't expect to go home. I mean, it was horrible.
Well, and the thing is, too, I mean, you can't even criticize the cops. That's not what they're there for.
No,
I mean,
they're not.
In fact, you could train all you want, and you're just not going to be prepared to go into a nightclub in the middle of the night in an unknown environment with how many assailants we don't know, people dead and dying all over the place. It's not easy. So protect yourself, right?
Be your own first responder.
Absolutely. In fact, I am ready to kick off my own project called My Victim Not program and the Pulse nightclub. What happened there? Imagine if 2, 3, or 4 people had stood up and fought back. I mean, yeah, they didn't have guns, but in a bar you have chairs, you have clubs, you have glasses, beer bottles. If they had rushed a guy, but because of this overwhelming collective pacifist mindset,
Thank you.
and you know, you have to defend yourself. And the gay community should be the most pro-gun community in the country. If you are, we're all minorities, but if you are especially in a despised minority group, you know, you need to be able to protect yourself. It's not just common criminals, but what about when the government goes bad? Look what's going on in Chechnya or Russia right now.
Right. Well, I'll give you another example, too. It's not just a minority status. That's certainly part of it. But it's more of a libertarian attitude. Once you recognize that part of it, listen, you live your life. You decide what's right for you. And the same thing for me. I may be, cisgender, straight, whatever I am.
There's not a word for what you are.
Thank
quite
you.
frankly.
But
You're unique.
How about you leave me alone with the gun? How about I respect you and your right to decide what's right for you, and you do me, and we're all good.
Yeah,
By
absolutely.
Do me, I mean respect me.
Well,
I don't want any confusion in there.
that
Not there's
goes
anything
without
wrong
saying.
with that. You understand?
Right.
So again, it's LGBT.
I know. I know about this.
No, not the letters. I mean your organization's LGBT, gun friendly, gun supportive. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, we are, and I want to also make a clarification that while we are LGBTQ centric, we're not LGBTQ exclusive. We have many straight people. In fact,
You're just promoting it in the community.
yeah, and we get a surprising number of straight women who come to our groups because they feel that we're more inclusive, more or less threatening environment. And I tell my guy friends, I say, hey, listen, you want to get your lady to the range and stuff, say, hey, you're going to hang out with me and come along, so I won't be hitting on them and then get her to the range.
Sure.
I want to help the guys to get their
There you
ladies to defend themselves.
Gotcha.
Well, I
I wanna-
posted the organization on both of our social media pages, both MeWe and Facebook.
So are you, the fact that you helped start this group, are you one of those letters? Do you fall somewhere on that scale?
I fall in the letter of T, but this whole alphabet thing where the letters are expanding, it's like, give me a break. We're human beings.
Right, and we have a pretty sizable LGBTQ, whatever the letters are,
Right.
Listener base, and the furries are on. Furries should be on
Yes.
there because they're kind of freaky too. And that's because we don't care. We don't care. Respect people, treat each other well. Now we're not politically correct, and we're going to give you the business. But
We're going to make fun of you. We're going to make fun of us.
and we're going to say,
We
please make fun of
everybody.
us. That's just who we are, right?
Yes.
And I think that's the attitude we need to have.
I agree with you. I mean, this whole thing with virtue shaming and this
Right.
thing who are perpetually offended. I mean, give me a break. If you want to promote your rights, you don't do it by insulting people the first time you meet them. When you tell a person that they are all those type of isms or whatever, and that that there's no hope for them, then their attitude is going to be like up yours.
Right.
There you go.
So there's 182 genders, and we do not care.
Nope.
If you are any except that one.
Oh, that one, yes. That one is really
The
annoying.
two-spirit, no, those freaks got to go. Everyone else we wildly accept. The two-spirit, though, Ron hates them. I mean, he's been clubbing
Right.
people in the parking
Well,
lot.
that's Ron.
He's
He
been,
doesn't like anybody. Yeah. He doesn't like anybody.
That's just it. All right, so where do you go next? So you got this new program you're going to launch, and then what happens?
Well, what happens is that once I make sure that I didn't miss big things because of my tunnel vision.
Hey, I got to spell that. Go
There
ahead.
you go.
Yeah, that I will spread it far and wide as much as I can and partner with people here and make it happen.
This is our
Cool.
innuendo bell.
Yes.
Our
Every time
double
we say
entendre
something
bell.
double entendre, we ring that.
Like what?
I can't think of anything right now. It just
Okay,
comes
well,
out
good.
naturally.
There it is.
There
Oh,
you
there
go.
it goes. That's
Thank
one of
you
them
very
right
much.
there. Okay.
Comes out naturally.
So that's just it. Well, Nikki, let us know moving forward how we can help. Okay. Please
Absolutely.
spread the word far and wide. We do. That was a bell myself
See?
there. That we don't care. We're here to entertain and support strong libertarian causes, and that includes Second Amendment, LGBTQ. We don't care. As long as you respect us, we're going to respect you.
Well, in my closing comment is that the reality is that libertarianism aligns better with all human rights, far better far better than progressivism. I mean, progressivism is authoritarian collectivism, and big government is great until you become the despised minority, and then you become the enemy of the state, and then your life, pretty much can be gone.
Or as my acquaintance Brad Staggs says, it's not a problem until it's a problem. Nikki, thanks. Really appreciate. Let us know what we can do to help you moving forward, okay?
Appreciate it.
Beth's going to make sure we have all your contact information so we can stay in touch and let us know how we can help in the future.
All right. Who's our next victim?
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs live from SHOT Show. Don't forget to share all of our videos, like us on social media, because we're trying to spread the word of great people, organizations, and companies, products, services like Nikki's there and Pink Pistols. Who do we have here? James from Ventura, California. From, is it MoJo Tactical?
Yes, MoJo Tactical. How's it going?
Going well. Nice to meet you.
Right on.
What do you guys do at MoJo Tactical?
Well, I know they can't see that.
Who's this guy flashing gang symbols next to me?
Wow.
Who is this?
That's Ron. That's Ron.
I don't know if I want to see next to me. He flashes. What is that? Gang symbols. What is that? Is that get the white guy? What's going on? I don't know.
Take my picture quick.
Probably a Trump supporter, too. Jeez.
Remember, Ron's pretty fly.
Right? Yeah, for a white guy.
Well, you know.
That I am. Thank you.
So what do you do at MoJo Tactical?
So basically what we did was we designed a new concept for concealed carry T-shirts.
That's right. I remember now. Yes.
Oh,
You have to
awesome.
remember that. Yeah, we see a lot of people. Now I remember
But
the
you remember
shirts.
it's awesome.
Yes.
So basically what it is a geometric pattern that's infused on the bottom of the shirt. So it gives texture on the front of the shirt to help prevent obvious printing of your firearm.
Right.
Yes. And it's crazy because, I never thought I'd be in this position right now to even come up with this
Sitting in a
thing.
chair?
Right.
Sitting in a chair, looking at you guys.
This position.
The upright position.
Right.
But, I sat down. I got my license to carry. And, because I got a family. And I sat down, and my gun was just popping out. Like, I was so proud. Here I go.
There you go.
Hey, there. I knew I was going to get the belt.
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations.
I expect more of that.
So your gun's popping out, and you're like, I got to do
I'm
something
like,
about
hey,
this.
honey. No, I'm just kidding. So I sat at the dinner table, and I'm like, how am I going to hide this gun? And I sat down, and I grabbed these 2 placemats. I put it under my shirt. I go, this is what the shirt needs to do. It needs to be stiff in this area.
Gotcha.
Right? So I kept looking around, and I was obsessed. I'm like, how am I going to make it happen?
So what was your job at that point? What were you?
I am a home health nurse.
Okay, so here it is, and the reason I bring this up, this is a standard when it comes to innovators. It's the entrepreneurial spirit. When you're driven to do something, you probably on your way to work, in your free time, on your way home, the whole time kept thinking, how do I do it? Do I do it like this? Is it stiffer material? Is it geometric? Right.
Exactly.
But a good, excited, okay, I'm off work, I go work on it again.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it. I could up all night thinking about it. I just couldn't stop. I drove the fabric lady crazy. I'm like, hey, what else can you come
What
up
about
with?
gingham? How does gingham work? Is that going to be good? Gabardine. How's
Burlap,
that?
burlap.
Upscale burlap.
See?
It could work.
Yes.
But you're
never
so
rule anything out.
You're so true. I just was obsessed with it.
So in the final product, it's a stiffer material at the bottom, and then also printed geometric patterns. So you get both the material doesn't wrap around the gun to show the form.
Yes,
And then any little points that
Are
peek
you wearing
out.
one right now?
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
Stand up, let's see.
See?
Oh, I.
Uh-huh.
So
See?
move your.
Don't touch him there.
And are you carrying?
Is he packing?
Oh, let's
Look
see
at
here.
that.
I want you to know
That
everybody walking
is
by is
cool.
seeing me staring really close at your crotch and feeling you.
It's okay, honey. He's a professional.
So in the end,
don't try this at home.
So the material on the outside is the same, but you print
on the
inside,
underside.
and that printing does both the patterns and the stiff material.
And the
That's
geometric shape conforms like dragon skin or chameleon.
Yeah.
And when you turn, it just bunches up to help prevent the
Nice.
print from showing.
That's amazing. Yeah,
That's
you cannot.
wonderful.
That doesn't print through at all.
Because that's always the thing, once a regular shirt, that's gonna pop
Uh-huh.
right there. Yeah.
That's cool. That's
Thank
a
you,
great
guys.
idea.
Thank
And
you
how
so
long have you
much.
been around?
Just 1 year.
So when you launched a year ago.
I launched a year ago. I had my first expo, and it just went off the charts. And I had to stop production, or I had to stop the accepting orders so I couldn't keep up with the orders.
Yeah. See
What's
that?
the website?
It's MoJoTactical.com, MOYA Tactical.com.
Nice. So have you been able to catch up and start going full bore again?
Not yet, because now my plan is what I would like to do is just license it to a bigger company that can handle the volume.
And go sit on a beach and drink.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're happy to try to hook you up with
Yes.
some other companies. Let's try to get that done for you.
That would be
for
great.
a small
I'd
fee.
really
By the
appreciate
way,
it, yeah.
since you're trying to catch up, we'd like to present you with a bottle of ketchup.
Ketchup.
so that you
Thank
can
you for
catch up.
being our guest today. That's
Thank
we try to
yeah.
give prizes to everybody.
Yes, we do.
You could put that on fries. You can put that on
Yeah, you
sandwiches.
can use that
my
anywhere.
God.
You
That
can either get
ketchup is a
straight, or you
bit.
can do it as a shooter or
Pocket
something
size,
like
I'm
that.
ready to
Yes.
shoot. Yeah.
I wouldn't drink it all in one place. But no, seriously, let us know in the future how we can help you out, hook you up with other companies, and if you want to start taking orders,
Definitely.
we know some people.
Yes, that would be great. That would be great. I really appreciate you guys.
So if you're a company, or maybe you don't currently have a company, but you know how they can get it done, contact them, I guess, just through the website.
yes, you can just email us at
MoJoTactical.com.
.com. That's our website, and you can contact us that way.
Cool.
But yeah,
Awesome.
you guys,
That's
thank
really
you so
a great
much,
product.
man.
Thanks so much.
I really
Appreciate it.
appreciate
Pleasure.
it. Thanks again.
How are you?
Seriously,
Grace?
take
Nice
the
to meet you.
ketchup. Otherwise, we have to take it home.
Okay, you got it.
You can have the mayonnaise. Oh, you're not white. It's okay. No, it's okay. That's for the white people. That's for the white
Totally
people.
different.
That's it.
Completely different. Thank you.
All right, you guys. Thanks again, man.
Thanks so much. All right, it's live from SHOT Show. Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs is telling you about good companies, great products and services, and that's a really cool one. I hadn't thought about
That
that
is a
from
great
James.
idea.
First of all, you got to see how he came up with it. And I love the concept that he ended up solving the problem of needing a stiffer material as well as the printed design by simply on the underside of the shirt taking little fabric stickers,
Yeah,
like with
essentially.
I'm dumbing it down,
Right.
But just to make the visual,
you're good at
and
that.
printing them so it ends up being a pattern. So if you look at the inside of the shirt, there's other printed fabrics on there. That's really, really cool. So
It's
it
an
doesn't.
ingenious idea, and again, the best ideas are usually the simplest ones.
I mean, couldn't you see if I said, Brad, here's the thing, we need to get that so it has a texture as well as the, make sure the shirt is a little more stiff at the bottom.
Yep.
It would be, you'd be going, okay, different type of material, all of this stuff.
Right.
Really, really smart
That
stuff.
is very, very
Look at this.
smart.
People are petting his shirt over there. It's
See?
awesome.
What? Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what you're saying, Tom, but I got it
Right.
figured. I got you covered over. How you doing, Bill?
I'm good, Doc.
Bill from the National Shooting Sports Foundation. How are you?
I'm doing great.
And you guys are the sponsor, the creators of SHOT Show. Is that how you say it? How would you say
Yeah,
that?
all those things. Actually,
Proprietors, the
the
owners?
owners of the SHOT Show, yes. For
41 years.
a big 41, that's right.
Wow. What was it like on day one?
Well, I wasn't there, but it was really small. It was back in 1979 in St. Louis, and actually, SHOT Show broke away from the Sporting Goods Show and
Gotcha.
started its own show. And of course, obviously, it's very small. I don't know how many exhibitors there were. Probably maybe several hundreds.
Oh,
Yeah. And of course, now we're up to more than 2,000 and. 41 years later, we're bursting at the seams at the Sands and the Venetian complex here. Actually, we'll be expanding the SHOT Show over the next 2 years.
Do you know how you'll end up doing that? Or are you still in the planning phases?
Well, we know a little bit about it. You know, the supplier showcase that we started 2 years ago with about 200 companies is now up over 500 companies. So that section, which is going to continue to grow, is going to go over to MGM.
MGM, gotcha.
And then the year after that, we're going to probably move over to Caesars exhibit space because we have like 1,000 companies on the waiting list, and we want to try to get those companies in to the show.
Missed opportunities for everybody.
Well, it is, and SHOT Show really should serve as an incubator for really small companies. Like 25 years ago, a company like Realtree started out with a little 10 by 10 table at SHOT Show, and we want to see other companies have that opportunity. So,
Now, is it true that if you lined up all of the exhibitors here, they would stretch halfway around the Earth?
Actually, it's 3 times.
Is it
the
3
Earth
times
now?
now?
Yeah.
3 times
To
around
the
the
moon
Earth.
and back.
That's
To
a
the moon and
lot.
back.
That is a
Mars
lot.
and pretty soon Mars and back.
You know what's so funny?
Yeah, well,
that was always the
that's-
metric.
you have to
Like, we've sold so many hot dogs. If
Yes.
you line them, and I was like, that's such a weird standard because none of us have any concept.
It's
of
a
what that-
long ways.
It's a
It's a
long,
very,
long
very
way.
long
It's
way.
Tipperary. We know
Yes,
that.
it is.
That's a second reference to that
Right,
today.
thank you.
No, I think you're right, and this is something we've always done. We love the entrepreneurial spirit, and it's not to say capital that you are for profit. You can be. It doesn't matter to me. It's the ideas, the concept, the passion of saying, I got this idea and I've just got to solve this problem. That necessity is the mother of invention. And then the component that a lot of us miss, that step to actually do it. And if you have those things,
Right.
we love that, and we want to tell people it's easier than ever to start a business or a nonprofit, but breaking through, without that budget of marketing is impossible.
It's really tough, and we want to facilitate that at the SHOT Show. We even we run a workshop during the course of the year for brand new exhibitors to try to help them understand what to expect at the SHOT Show, how to reach out to the media, because that's one of the biggest components of SHOT Show. We register about 2,500 members of the press, and
us.
you know, to get and you,
us,
and we're glad you're here. And we want to get that, you know, teach them how to get the product in front of the media and get some exposure for it. So.
Well, we've done something really cool in the past. I've always on Black Friday had a few hours where I just give people free commercials. You just call up and put you on the air. And this last Black Friday, once we launched our own platform, we did 12 solid hours of it. Something we're going to continue in the future to do, and just continue to give people, you know, more and more exposure. But I have another idea for you too, and this is just spitballing here. But maybe next year we come and we do what we're doing here. We give you several solid hours of just, you know, hitting people up. But we can do secondary startup channels on our platform where we could just line your exhibitors up for whatever 5 days, start the day before, and just one after the other, just give them exposure. And still get other ones on this or whatever, but we can do that, and we have the team to put it together. So play around with that in your head and see what you come up with.
I think you'd find a lot of takers for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So see if we can do it. We just set it up right here, and we just line them up, and we have our producers there. Just make sure so we can do it, and we have fun, and just make a party out of it.
Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
Yeah. You know, one of the hottest tickets around, we were talking about media and stuff, is you're familiar with Industry Day at the Range? And that's
and we missed, that's Monday, right?
That's Monday, the day before the show, and that's where about half the media contingent that we have here gets an invitation to go out and test the product that they're going to see on the show floor. So you can imagine it's a coveted invitation. And then buyers get out there too, the retailers, which is great for them because they get to actually use the product they're going to be selling.
And do you use a local range then? Is that
we do.
No, they fly them to Iowa.
Listen, man. Is it multiple ranges? Do you have to use multiple ones or
one big range. I think it's Boulder Rifle and Pistol Club.
Is the outdoor one?
Yeah.
Out by Red Rock? Is that it? That might be it.
Maybe.
Yeah. Is it north? Okay. I think
that
I know
one's
what you're talking.
that one's about an hour from here, isn't it?
40 minutes or so.
40
With
minutes or
traffic
so.
then?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know there was one years past out by Red Rock if you go hiking out there or whatever. But that's fascinating. So you've got that coming up next year. Hopefully you're going to keep expanding or whatever.
Right.
You guys are doing great.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's
your police and tactical has grown over the last few years, right?
Huge. That's like the fastest growing segment of the show. We started that about 10 years ago, and you know, it's almost like it's doubled almost every year. You know, for the first 5 years. Yeah.
And I keep saying this, and I'm sure.
And he's genuine about this. He really is.
This, and I've been to a lot of trade shows with HGTV and DIY and the rest of them. I have never seen a more polite group of attendees to any trade show and exhibitors in any trade show I have ever been to. I'm stunned.
Right, it's because everybody knows that everybody else cares.
Well, and what was the quote? A well-armed society is a very polite society.
I'll give you another one.
That's a quote that goes way
The exhibitors here are more active and engaged in meeting people than other trade shows. You get a lot of trade shows where they're just sitting back in their booth, and if someone comes up, they kind of mosey on up. I would say most of the booths, well into the 90 percentile, people are out at the edge of the booth saying, here, let me tell you about my product. This is cool. Thanks so much for coming by.
Yeah.
Which is really
It's a trait
cool.
of the industry, I think. I mean, you know, it's not the largest industry in the world.
It's amazing, though.
And people have a real sense of community. They're all in this together. You know, they feel strongly about their Second Amendment rights and so forth, and ability to own various types of firearms. So they all sort of have that common denominator. You know?
And I love, too, and we keep stressing this as well, SHOT Show, it's not just firearms. That's one part of it.
Right.
But it's also hunting and outdoor. It's all of these things.
Yeah, firearms that make up about 25% of the show. So you've got all these accessories and apparel and optics and cutlery and all this stuff.
That will stretch all the way to Mars.
Yeah,
all the way to Mars.
One right after the other.
Bill, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank
Bill's
you
from
for
SHOT
having
Show.
me
And
on.
please let us know what else we can do in the future to help you out, okay?
We
Even
will.
if it's off season, it doesn't have to be at the show. We'll put you on the radio. We'll hook you up.
I look forward to it.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks
Okay.
for
Yep.
whatever.
Bye-bye.
Really good stuff or whatever. So, Ron, I have just thrown out there that idea, so that means you're going to have to come up with a way to get that done next year. I love doing that.
Oh, it's okay. I've already been thinking about that. I think it's a great idea.
Actually, we
Honest
could
to goodness, set them up on a table over here. Have a producer sit there
MoJo
that just
6-0.
ask questions,
Right.
And just let them go.
We just put it up there.
Line them up, and that's all they do.
And now,
the whole
how
time.
cool would that be, too, from the audience's standpoint? Because I love talking to people like this, too. I love getting them
absolutely.
out there or whatever. So, anyways, that's something we could end up doing, which is something we talked about doing maybe even during Black Friday, expanding down the road. So that's really, really cool. Garrett from Bond Arms. Garrett, how are you,
How's
sir?
it going, guys? Good to see you.
We met when we were down at the building.
Yep,
It's the
that's
mustache.
Right.
I remember.
That's right. Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, we talked quite a bit about it.
Yes. Afterward, you
are
were
we ready to bring
big
her?
topic. Yes,
there it is. All right, Garrett, so tell you what, for Bond Arms, we're going to spend a minute with Garrett as soon as we get back from break and tell you about a lot of other cool features, companies, products, services, and organizations coming up next on MoJo 50.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. MoJo 50. The Daily Mojo.
I really like their grips.
I know.
I don't know why it works so well. I mean, listen, all of us, when it comes to guns, a lot of it's about the feel, right? I mean, it's about the feel, what you like to carry, whatever.
Personal.
Yeah, it is. And some people are like, I think once you get beyond the quality of, okay, I know that one's reliable and whatever, it comes down to what feels good in your hand, and everybody's a little different. But I tell you, Bond Arms, the grips on all of them, they do a real nice job. I have a big hand, and that's always an issue with me. Would you like to see that one?
I would like to see that one.
Garrett's joining us now from Bond Arms, just bondarms.com, right?
Bondarms.com.
What is that Brad's handling now?
So what that is our brand new slim line is what we're calling it right now. Everyone's familiar with our 45 410 all stainless steel Derringers. We've been making them for 20 plus years.
Is that the Snake Slayer?
That's the Snake Slayer.
Yeah.
3.5-inch barrel. That chamber's a 3-inch Magnum. What we've done now, though, is basically take the dimensions of a 9mm cartridge and build a Derringer around that. So your maximum width at any point on that gun is .55. So you're looking at one of the thinnest firearms on the market.
Period. That is really, that's really thin.
And this barrel, or this grip is completely different. I mean, it's kind of got that old West kind of feel, that curve to it.
The Derringer feel.
Right, the Derringer feel. Your middle fingers, though, up in there, really gives you a lot of control on that, and I like that.
And
I know it is.
I know
it is.
We're trying to be serious.
Oh, yeah, no. And you're talking, and on that gun, 12 ounces of weight. It's extremely light. Yeah, it's the first alloy frame Derringer that we've done.
This is cool.
We've actually been to their factory, their facility, and it's awesome. It's really cool to see what you guys got going on.
With that firing range you got out back.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is really. Have you been giving that some use?
Oh, yeah.
And I love Gordon's attitude, too, Gordon Bond from Bond Arms. Love the attitude of being so fiscally conservative when it comes to, making sure his company's operating right. And just some of the fun stuff. Do you remember the doors?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all the doors were they were made out of leftover pallets
And Derringers, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff. So he took the wood from all this stuff they're shipping in, this good wood, and he's like, I'm not throwing that stuff away.
Yeah.
So he's utilized the wood. It's just really cool. For
Man
me,
after my own heart, yeah.
love that stuff. Love
Yep.
that stuff. What's the other two guns you brought us?
All right, so what we got on the table here, last year we came out with the bullpup, and this year we're bringing out the long slide bullpup. So for those not familiar with bullpup, the world's first reverse feed bullpup pistol.
So cool.
That means the trigger is in front of the chamber behind the trigger, just like you would look at a Steyr or a Tavor. But in our case, it's a reverse feed design. That means that the rounds are extracted from the rear of the magazine. What that gives you is a gun with a dimension and barrel length that's impossible in any other type of firearm. You've got a 3.35-inch barrel in the standard bullpup with an overall length of 5 inches. So 80% of the slide is taken up with barrel. That's just a crazy number. It also allows us to use a fixed rotating lock breech barrel. That means more accuracy and more velocity. So this is the most accurate subcompact pistol made in the world today. You can do 5 shots in an inch at 15 yards, and at 25 yards, 75 feet, you can do 3-inch groups. So when we went to Gunsight and took this to Gunsight in February, and did the backup gun course, they made us move out to 25 yards just because the gun's so easy to shoot at distance.
Oh, nice.
And so when you move up to the new long slide, everything just gets even better. So you've got a 4.25-inch barrel and a gun that's just a little over 6 inches long. Give you an idea, a Glock 19 is a 4.1-inch barrel, and it's over 7 inches long. So this is the same length overall as a Glock 43 with a 4.25-inch barrel. And that means accuracy and velocity and controllability when you're shooting the gun.
So with the new one you have out there, too, you said this just last week didn't really exist,
The
right?
slim line, yeah, the slim gun.
So you just keep rolling that out and focusing on that right now?
Right now, we've got the long slide and the slim line aluminum frame Derringer coming out concurrently at the same time. We've got a couple other projects on the radar as well coming up. That I think that y'all will like that I can't talk about yet. But yeah,
what if we held you down and tickled you?
Well, maybe. No, but really, yeah, we are. You know, for the last 20 years, we've been making one gun, and now with the bullpup and with the slim gun, we're really branching out there and trying to take over categories that are. You know, somewhat open. So, you know, if you're looking at a $300 price point on the new Slim Derringer versus a standard $500 price point on the full-size gun. So we're moving down and keeping in price point, but keeping the quality there and being completely unique as well.
That's awesome. I think you guys are right there. We'd like you to have this jar of ketchup on our behalf. Thank you so much for speaking with us.
We're giving away
many
awards.
applications or whatever. It's a new design they've come out with. It's very small.
Compact.
It's compact or whatever. Still got the same quality, but it's
one of the thinnest ketchup bottles on the market.
It really is, absolutely.
Heinz
has been doing it for years, but you know they've launched on.
Yeah.
So my next question is, so do you have to give us the paperwork so we get the local FFL to deliver them to us? Do we just take them on the airplane now?
I'll just have my coworker Dylan just run them to y'all's office.
Thanks, I love that. Actually, I own one of the original bullpups.
Oh, very good.
One of the I think it was one of the first.
That was one of the first ones before that.
Right.
Garrett, thanks so much, buddy.
Thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Garrett
Thank you
from
for having
Bond
me
Arms,
on.
thanks for stopping by.
Appreciate it,
Go to
guys.
bondarms.com. It's bondarms.com and check it out. I'm not kidding about the grips when it comes to that.
Oh, it's great. No, it's absolutely great.
True.
Yeah.
Brad and I going through all the different gun manufacturers, and that's one of the things I was really trying to focus on is just seeing, you know, which ones. And obviously, you could change grips out, but there are some commonalities when it comes from.
Seriously, Garrett, take your ketchup.
Take your ketchup, or that's going to be trouble. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Brother. We'll see you.
All right, come on over here, Marissa.
Come on over and sit in the chair of honor. And
all right,
Marissa is. We talked to her yesterday.
Yes.
Off the air. What an amazing woman.
Okay, we're going to spend a considerable amount of time with Marissa.
Yes.
And we're going to try to take this from the beginning. And she's got an amazing story.
Yep.
And so many different twists and turns before we even get to the quality of the gun. And you're from Bishop Ammunition and Firearms. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, is this your company?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any partners? I think we met another lady.
That's Diane. She's my spouse.
Okay, she's your spouse.
Yeah, we're both veterans. I'm a U.S.
Is she partner in the company, too?
She's the vice president.
Okay, vice president. Gotcha. Good move. You vice president. I see.
Keeps me out of
trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go way back. Your father's a Marine.
My father was a Marine. He's since passed on.
Okay, my father as well, so I love that. So you are a veteran as well.
Yes, I'm a disabled veteran from the United States Army. I was a military police officer, 83, 85, 511th MP, 759th MP Battalion, 82nd Airborne.
So this is in your blood.
Wow.
Right? This is.
Yeah, my grandfather was a gun runner for the Irish Republican Army, so I can't get away from it.
Amazing. That's great.
I told you, it's the Irish. It's always the Irish.
There's always trouble in here.
Yes. It's always
we could spend an hour talking about that, but let's move on to your company. Whatever.
Our family's been in the military, and it was fighting the British for a couple of hundred years.
God bless you. God bless you.
We kicked their ass.
Okay, so
yeah.
you're disabled, and did you start the company after you got out of the service? You're disabled.
I started the company probably about 2 decades after I got out.
Okay.
I'm actually an attorney by trade.
Okay.
And I've been practicing law since 1992, and I'm ready to retire.
Gotcha.
And my hobby of shooting just started out with 1 caliber 45 auto and developed into manufacturing, which developed into licensing, getting a license, then a warehouse, and then it took off from there.
Right. Okay.
Because anything that we manufacture as far as ammunition, we build a rifle for, and we test our ammunition and spec it on real-world conditions. It's not underground in a tunnel on test barrels. It's real-world rifles that 3 of you could shoot. I mean, matter of fact, you can order
probably
anyone
not Ron, but you know.
Well, I got a gun he could shoot all day long, and he'd put a big grin on his face. I got it here.
This I want to see.
Yeah.
So I got something here for you guys. One a patch for each of you of our company.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And what we're coming out with 5 new products this year, and I've been banned from introducing any more products for a year and a half. by my engineering team, which is one of our manufacturers. We work very closely with Tactical Ordnance in development of our products, as well as RCC Brass, which has assisted me in developing our cartridge. This year we came out with a brand new cartridge. It's a 475 Bishop Short Magnum. It's designed originally for the AR-10. It feeds and operates out of an AR-10. And this cartridge throws a 390 grain projectile, 475 caliber at 2,500 feet per second.
Okay.
This thing is huge.
Yeah, I got a couple of them here for you. Hold on.
Okay.
This is amazing.
You each get a piece of brass.
Oh.
Nice.
And a projectile. The brass is CNC machined. The base of the cartridge is as big as you can go and still get it to pass through the star chamber of an AR-10.
Wow.
So if you have
wow.
That is my maximum design constraint. The other one was the length of the case. The cartridge is 2.58 inches. It has 5,500 foot-pounds of energy at the muzzle and eclipses the .338 Lapua. This rifle, the AR-475 GAR, is actually now the most powerful AR-10 on the planet.
Wow.
24-inch barrel, stainless, with muzzle, plus muzzle brake. Tungsten buffer, it's the only way you can handle the recoil. Adjustable gas block. The only option in this rifle is Cerakote. And you get any color that you want at no charge.
So
first
why
of all, it's
this?
a work of art.
How does this become your passion?
I've always enjoyed shooting. I was a long-distance shooter trained by the U.S. Army. And
long distance?
Yes.
Sniper?
No, introduction.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't wear gunny suits and crawl through jungle and stuff like that.
Okay.
But, they trained me to take lethal shots well past 1,000 yards.
And
this
again, 10 football fields.
Our friend Michael Palka at Stuntbrain on Twitter, because he's a stunt brain, was telling me just a little bit about your company and the interview. And he was talking about the penetration capacity.
That under 700 yards will pass through a human being, no problem. Its effective range on game is 700 yards. It doesn't go subsonic till 700 yards. So that's what I'm giving the limitation to.
Okay.
However, at 1,500 yards, it's still traveling at 710 feet per second. And it's 420 foot-pounds of energy at 1,500 yards.
Were you a math major?
No, I wasn't.
Your brain moves really fast.
Yeah, I just figure things out. I can't even do trig. My kid can do it in his head, but
I can see the wheels in your brain they're turning.
It's not about the math. She's driven. She's smart and she's driven, right?
But the machine is working in very.
Here's
very
the problem:
quickly.
when you tell a military police officer it can't be done, the first thing they're going to figure out why.
Right.
And if it's broken, they get a bigger hammer. If that doesn't work, we use duct tape. If neither works, it was never meant to work in the first place.
Right.
You should have been a military police officer because he's the same way. Tell him he can't do it, he does.
Oh, I'm done.
So I was told that you could not go with a necked cartridge this big. It had to be straight walled or it would not feed. If you want, I can actually chamber the magazine and feed around for you. It chambers and extracts all day long.
And let me, but what you just said, and I want to make sure I understand. You're saying with that, with the
because it's too big.
Okay, and that it would not feed off the ramp of the magazine.
Right. The shoulder on our cartridge is .577.
Okay.
The neck is 504. The base is .589, and we use a 308 bolt head. The advantage is that if you did not want to buy the whole rifle, you can just buy the upper kit, which comes with the barreled action modified by us so that it will even eject the cartridge. You use your own bolt carrier group. It uses a 308 bolt face.
Okay.
The bolt thrust in this is so hard. I can't use a Magnum bolt face. I've got to go back to the smaller one and have more metal.
Okay.
Then the tungsten buffer is what tightens it down so you can shoot it. So it comes with the buffer and the upper, comes with a set of 3 dice, comes with a certificate for 100 cases and 100 projectiles.
So where do you manufacture?
North Highlands, California.
So you're located in California.
Sacramento
and you also
County.
Okay, that's not the most gun-friendly place in the world, right? I mean,
well, it is, except our sheriff is a gun nut.
Okay.
He's Republican.
That helps.
Well,
it helps a lot.
No, it really does come down quite often to local sheriffs, and some of them just won't enforce gun laws. Some are overzealous. Some promote the wrong things, right?
No, I spoke with the Department of Justice on this, and their main concern with our even making the rifle was that the magazine that we have just to make it work, I have to start with a 20-round magazine. And since I have a large capacity magazine permit, and I can have any size magazine in the world I want, we start with the 20-round, and by the time I'm done with this, it will only hold 8 rounds of 475. It can never be converted back. So this is California legal. The projectiles are solid copper. There's no lead. You can hunt anywhere in California with this rifle, and because it's smaller than 50 BMG, they signed off on it. As a matter of fact, the agent that I was working with, she thought it was hilarious.
So you almost accidentally became California legal when it came to the capacity.
Yes.
Okay. You kind of stumbled on it. That's
design engineering capability, yes.
That's like, oh, okay, great. That worked out, right? That's nice. That's really cool. So do you sell direct to consumer if they go to your website?
Yes, I will. The way it works is you would order the rifle from us or any of our products. If they're a firearm, we take half down. We start production of the rifle. When it is ready, we notify you. You pay the balance of what is owed, and then we ship it to your FFL.
Local FFL, okay.
We don't have a storefront. We don't want one. It's a security issue, especially where we're located. Mm-hmm. And so what we do is we ship to you, and it's up to your state's laws in order for it to transfer from your FFL to you.
Okay.
But we do provide you the invoice, and it does come with a lifetime warranty. The fit on that rifle, we use our own lower receiver. We start with an Aero Precision upper, and I highly modify it in order for it to work with it. And Aero Precision is giving me their blessing. But they make incredible uppers, and that's why we only use their upper receiver. It's the only upper receiver on the market that's strong enough for our cartridge. Anything else, I wouldn't even dare try.
What's it like when you fire this? What's the recoil?
The best way to describe it, it would be a mild 50 BNG or an overpowered 338 Lapua.
Okay.
It's brutal. But we do. I've taken it one more step. The rifle I didn't bring with me, we make a 475 Safari bolt action, and that is a monster.
Just being from a marketing, I think you should dare people to own this gun.
I have. The price on this rifle, take a guess how much this would be. It comes with a locking plano tactical case.
We suck at guessing prices.
3 die set.
I'm going $4 or $5 grand.
$3,000 MSRP.
Okay, that's
for the complete system.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Now I have another toy for you.
Okay.
You're going to be able to see more of these exist, so this is not the rarest rifle in the world. I do have a one-off that no one else has been able to do. This is a rifle that everyone in the world said cannot be done. And that's because it uses a 458 SOCOM rebated rim cartridge. I've developed the 458 SOCOM lever action rifle.
Oh, wow.
You're holding
one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Hold on, let me get a picture of you. Try to look like you know what you're doing. There you go. Love it. That's better. That's better.
That is so cool.
That's a work of art. There's
Watch
a
microphone there.
Microphone
it's on the right side.
We start with a Marlin 1895 GBL, and I got it. There is nothing original inside the Marlin. I deburr it, polish everything inside of it. Then the stripped receiver goes to our barrel maker, who then head spaces and times the barrel for me. Then it comes back and I reinstall our modified parts. I've reinvented the cartridge carrier in order for it to work for 458 SOCOM, and I'm the only one with the design parameters for it. And also, if you look at the bolt, we start with the 4570 bolt, but the 4570 bolt, it's a non-feed, it's not a positive feed. With this bolt here, it's actually a positive feed bolt for 458 SOCOM, and it's the only way it will work.
Pretend like you understood half of that. I'm telling you,
Marissa, you got to remember, we're really dumb.
No, you're not.
No, he's surprisingly dumb.
I am
it's
really
amazing.
fake. Yeah,
it's
fake
amazing.
it.
In simple language, this will go bang 8 times really fast as far as you can lever.
Boom, there it is. That's the one.
That's it.
How about this? Is it fun?
It's
That's
an
fun.
e-ticket ride.
I was going to say that's got to be
It
so
is
much
a
fun.
blast.
I love you.
I mean,
You get
the e-ticket ride reference.
Oh, yeah.
I love you.
You get a fireball about a foot in diameter out of the end of this thing.
But cocking that and firing that's got to be
Brad.
badass, though, right?
Actually,
That's
it's
the
not that
rifleman
bad.
to the extreme.
No, I mean
right
like
there.
fun, badass.
Oh, it
just-
is.
Yeah.
But we have a
crazy.
bolt action that you saw last year, and I had my 8-year-old niece shooting our bolt action rifle, and this has the same barrel as the bolt action. So basically, if an 8-year-old shoot it, trust me, you can.
Nice. That's cool. That's really cool.
That is
All right, so
beautifully
it's
done.
Bishop Ammunition and Firearms, and the website is bishopammunition.com.
Correct.
Right? Bishopammunition.com.
I already tweeted it.
Okay, good. And I just sent you the picture, too.
Now,
Thank you.
we've also come out with our own product line of bolt carrier groups, and we're the only company in the world right now making a titanium 458 SOCOM BCG.
I don't know any of that.
Go ahead
I don't
and,
know. I don't
Basically, on the AR rifle, the bolt carrier group that moves, we're making that for 458 SOCOM customers that want something that's a little bit faster and lighter. It takes 40% of the weight out of the bolt carrier group, and it's tougher and stronger because it's made out of titanium.
So, and this one is so popular, you're out of stock right now, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
So, and all of this is available. I mean, they can get all the details on the website. I'm assuming.
Yes, most of the products that we have at the show are on the website. The new guns, firearms are not. They will be up after SHOT Show. This rifle here was completed literally the day before we left.
That's cool. Marissa, first of all, thank you so much for serving.
Oh, it's my
I
pleasure.
really appreciate it. Thank you. Your story is fascinating. We could spend hours and hours talking with you. What we want to do is have you back on the program at some point. And anything we can do to help your company, it's what we do. We're passionate about people who are passionate, not just about business, but people that have a passion for something, that entrepreneurial drive. So please let us know what we can do to help you.
I
okay?
really appreciate it. Come
Awesome.
see us. We're in booth 3850.
Will do. Bishopammunition.com. That's bishopammunition.com. And she even manned Brad up a little bit. You look pretty manly with that stuff.
Thank you. I try.
Well, this is a 24-inch barrel.
See, that's what I'm. Well, I don't know. It doesn't look that big.
Well, that's because it has a 17-inch handguard.
Oh, that's what.
Which, ironically, in California, isn't that one of the things they're trying in the new legislation?
They're trying to get rid of it,
Yeah.
but it's not going to happen.
Good.
You don't. No, I don't know that one.
And I used to live in California.
See, there it is.
Such
All
nice
right.
weather. Such nice weather. Such a waste.
Bishopammunition.com. Bishopammunition.com. Check it out today. Really cool stuff, and I am serious about that. I love people that are passionate
Yes.
about
absolutely.
about their products and services or whatever, and you can really tell. Thanks, Marissa. Really appreciate it. Please give our best to Diane as well. All right.
Thank you.
I'll bring somebody else, and we get some more people to come and talk to us. We're live at SHOT Show in Las Vegas. She is so cool to talk to. And you see how smart.
Her brain, I'm
No
telling
kidding.
you. She just throws those
You know what
numbers
it is,
out
too?
there.
I mean, obviously, she's very sharp. I mean,
Oh,
come on.
yeah, and she
Come
works
on.
with that stuff every day. So,
Right.
but she's busting that off, and I guarantee there are people who listening, Brad, who understood what she was saying.
Yes.
Without a
I
problem.
Well,
didn't
and that's
want-
the reason
I didn't
I
want to
just let her-
appear stupid, so I.
Well, and the thing
You know,
is,
I was unreasonably quiet over here when she was.
well, that's
talking.
because you guys don't understand it. That's
That's
the
right,
problem.
well,
Whatever.
right,
yeah.
right.
But I
yes.
mean, you're
We
somebody,
knew you did.
You're an attorney. Obviously, you're going to be driven to begin with or whatever. That's not easy. She's in the service. Her family's in the service. The whole thing. And you come up with all that. I love it. It's just fascinating.
Yeah,
All right.
she's doing what she loves.
Moving on at the SHOT Show, Crystal joining us now. Crystal from Wheelchairs for Warriors, Rolling Strong. How are you?
Strong. I'm great. How
So
are
I'm
you?
guessing these are Wheelchairs for Warriors.
Yes, they are.
Is that the?
Let me get that right there. You go right up close to you. There you
There
go.
you
go.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we all happy now?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Okay,
So
good.
explain a little bit more what I'm missing here.
Okay, so we just saw a need in the veteran community and especially in the combat veteran community for wheelchairs. We were traveling to one show after another and we noticed that we had Purple Heart recipients. We had all of these veterans rolling around in crappy, heavy wheelchairs. And, you know, when you look at a guy who's a Medal of Honor recipient and his wheelchair weighs 50 pounds and he's just you know, it's crazy.
We can do better.
We can do better. So there's a little bit of a gap between what the VA does and what they should do.
You know what? That is a very nice way to say that. I'll tell you what, Crystal.
That's a good
once we wrap
segue.
this interview up, I'll say it in some more blunt language that you don't have to hear, because I have a very I have a passion about that. But we'll just move on.
Do you have a passion about that? So last night we presented a Marine combat veteran, Eric Morante. We presented him with a wheelchair. He lost his right leg in combat, and he shattered his left arm and his face, and he had everything reconstructed. And the VA gave him a pair of crutches and a Walmart 50-pound wheelchair.
And a hearty handshake.
Right,
And a hearty handshake, and said, so make do. That was in 2007 when he was injured. So we're talking 2018. It took us 30 days to build him a 12-pound titanium
So
wheelchair.
you're manufacturing. You're building.
We are.
Oh,
We're
okay.
designing, we're building, we're delivering.
So are you a charity 501c3?
Yes, we are.
Okay. And
Wheelchairsforwarriors.com.
oh, yeah, let's get that. Is it wheelchairsforwarriors.com?
Yes, it is.
Wheelchairsforwarriors.com. Okay, so, and that's different. I mean, there's a lot of companies or organizations doing some good work. Some of them will buy and whatever. But the fact that you're designing and building is awesome as well.
Yes. And these wheelchairs, so like Eric has a prosthetic. So Eric has walked around SHOT Show, and people may look at Eric and go, well, why do you need a wheelchair? So to put it bluntly, he has a stump. If he is always on the prosthetic and always on that leg, that stump will get infected.
Sure.
Right? And it's not going to do him any good to have the stump shorter, because then he will have no prosthetic. Right? He will not have the ability. Eric needs to be able to come home at night, take that heavy leg off, relax it, do his laundry, do his chores, do whatever. This chair folds up nicely. He can lift it with his shattered arm. It weighs as much as an AR-15, right?
Nice.
Throw it in the back of his truck, and he is rolling strong.
That's awesome. Cool. Great idea. So being a charity, if people wanted to donate, would that help you out?
Yeah, we'll take money. Cash, check, real estate, firstborn child,
gold,
Bitcoin.
diamonds, you'll take
whatever
it all.
it takes.
Yeah, if your firstborn child is really successful, we'll take that too.
So will we, by the way. So if you want to split one, we're good to go. We can do that too. We can do that.
We're happy. We love to share.
Mustard, ketchup, or mayonnaise.
Yes. We'd like to present you with one of these gifts as a token of our appreciation.
Mayonnaise.
I'm going for the mayonnaise.
Sure, the white lady takes the mayonnaise. You see what's going on here.
Oh, this is rude to hand somebody who has served in war Heinz ketchup.
Here, we'll take the label
That
off.
is
That's not
rude.
ketchup.
We'll
That's
take that
mayonnaise.
off. That's mayonnaise.
Heinz.
That's right. She's troubled times. Well,
See?
we know
Troubled
that.
times. I'm having PTS right now.
Well, actually, that's Hunt's, and we just slapped a different
do you
label
want
on
to
it.
hear my favorite war story?
Please.
Sure.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so John Kerry came to the. I get it that this isn't a politically correct show.
No.
What gave you your first
Feel
clue?
free.
Yeah.
I feel so at home.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
As
just
long
Like
as you
I've
don't
met
throw,
other jackasses too. Thank you.
yeah, as long as you don't throw an F or a GD,
pretty good.
everything else is golden.
I was
Yeah.
with the Marines for a couple of years.
C
The
bombs are
F word is a
negotiable.
part of my,
Welcome to the family.
I know, right? So John Kerry came to the Green Zone on a little dog and pony show, and the Marine Corps guy was going, "Hey, you want to meet John Kerry?" Hey, no.
No, not so much, but
Not
thanks.
so much. Well, I mean, he's no, don't want to meet him.
This is as he was Secretary of State? Okay.
And so he was coming to the embassy, and I was like, calling him, making a few phone calls, going, "Hey, can y'all delay that trip to the embassy? Like what's 10 minutes? So if you're 10 minutes late to where you're supposed to be going, they have to scrap it, right? Because there's a deadline. We're in a war zone. We've got things to do, and we've got to protect people." And he said, "Larimore, I can't make that happen." I was like, "It seems like you're a badass, and you could make it happen if you wanted to." And he's like, "I can't make that happen." So we're on the front porch waiting for Kerry, and the Secret Service guys are talking to each other, and they're saying, they're 7 minutes out. They're 10 minutes out. And the ambassador turns around and looks at me and goes, what did you do?
Nothing. It's not me.
nothing.
It was an act of God.
Nothing could be done. So he said, well, they're headed up to the palace to meet with General Casey, and you can go figure out lunch for them.
Did you have to go make sandwiches?
Did you?
I thought, well, that's kind of rude, Ambassador, because I feel like maybe you had something to do with this. And I was like, why do you feel that way? And so I go up to the DFAC, which was closed because it wasn't really lunchtime, and I'm talking to the guy from India, and we're having a conversation, and I see these little Hunt's ketchup packets laying around.
Right.
What could we put with Hunt's ketchup packets? So we sent up tuna sandwiches with Hunt's ketchup packages.
Because nothing goes better on tuna than ketchup.
Exactly.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
You're officially a member of the family.
You're in.
Yes.
That was your initiation.
You're an official jackhole now.
So thanks so much for serving. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you're doing really good work here. If we can help you in the future, please let us know. We got a big tour we're going to start off because there's some organizations like the VA that are really not doing what they're supposed to do for veterans. So we want to hold them accountable. We're going to do 50 states in 50 days, kicking off on Memorial Day weekend. So broadcast in a state, get back on the road, and head to the next state.
You need to be in Texas at the end of April.
We will be in Texas. We're kicking off Memorial Day, but we're already in Texas normally.
We're based in Texas.
You're League City.
That's right.
Where's League City?
I grew up in Hillsboro. Y'all are
okay.
We're Galveston County.
Okay, gotcha. Well, it's still not that far away, so you guys come up and hang out. If we can help you in any way,
Galveston,
let us
where
know.
it's hot and moist.
That's right.
So what's the? I was told to ask you this question. MoJo 5.0.
It's 5.0.
5.0.
A little
Oh,
rhyme
it's
for it.
5.0.
Yes.
MoJo 5.0.
Yeah.
What about it? We're supposed to ask you what?
Oh, I was asking you. Why
What
did
it
you
is?
Come up, yeah.
What
why
what is
5.0?
MoJo 5.0? $20, same as downtown. Sorry.
Peace out.
There you go.
If we weren't so bad,
To puppy rape.
I like to cuss.
Do I want to keep my penis?
Cat wants some black titty.
we wouldn't be so good. MoJo 50.
The mothership has landed.
Hey there, Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs, live from the Sands Expo Center in Las Vegas for SHOT Show. Man, it is really heating up. We've
Your
been here for
mother is
several
so
days.
proud of you.
She really is.
She's
She
so
loves
proud
me to
of
death.
you.
She's the only one, but
So
she
proud.
loves me to death.
Yeah.
So many cool businesses and clients and organizations here, and I love being able to talk to some of the different businesses that are more budding businesses. I mean, it's great stories from some of those businesses, when you get to hear how they started, but some of the newer things. And we're pleased to bring to this program for the first time, although I've talked to him before, Eaton. Is that Eaton?
Yeah.
From Bohr.
Zor.
All right, I'm getting just got it back. Thank you.
You're the Bohr.
Thank
He's from
you.
Zor.
Yeah.
Different.
Zor. But what's the lock? The lock is not Zor. Zor's the company, right?
Zor is the company, and Zor X is the lock.
Zor X. Okay,
Right.
Zor X is. We interviewed you about a year or so ago, and you were just coming out with your first ones,
Yeah,
right?
we just started. We spoke, I think, in January of last year.
Yeah.
We started shipping them in February.
Okay.
We shipped so far 10,000 locks, so a lot of them out in the wild.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going really well. It's a caliber-specific lock. It locks up your handgun and allows you to have a magazine inside your handgun. Put it on your nightstand, whatever it is. Your kids can't get to it, but you can unlock it and charge your gun and be ready to go in 3 or 4 seconds.
It's fascinating, and I just love the design too because it's completely unique. So describe how it works. You've got part of it that is basically the size of the caliber round that fits in the chamber. Let me see if I do this right here. And it locks it right there. But in order to unlock it, there is a wheel that is pretty much flush against the gun there. And it's a series of clicks forwards and backs that is a combination.
Yeah,
Did
exactly.
I do that right?
What's nice about it is, you turn the dial to put your code in, but each click's about 1/8 of a turn. It's very easy to feel. You don't have to look at it all. You just feel the clicks, and you start any direction you want. You pick it up. If your code is 342, you do 3 in one direction, 4 in the other direction, 2 in the other direction, and it's unlocked.
And you can set it how you want it?
Whatever you want. Between 2 and 20 digits, you can do whatever you want. If you want a little more secure or a little more fast access, whatever is good for you. And then you just charge the gun. It flies out just like a round would, and your round of your magazine is loaded in. You're ready to engage your
And you
assailant.
really have to see this work in the visual. And you've got a bunch of videos up at your website?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the website?
Zor.life, ZORE.life.
ZORE.life. You're based out of Jerusalem?
That's correct.
Who'd you bring with you?
This is Jerry Dinkle. He's the former CEO of Colt, and he's executive advisor for Zor. And he's been helping us out, giving the industry veterans view on things.
This is a good product.
Good to see you, Doc.
How you doing, sir? Very nice to meet you. It's a good product.
It is. The first time I saw it, I was just impressed by the fact that you can go from a completely safe weapon, wherever it is, to one that's engaging in a shorter period of time than I've seen anything.
The video, it's amazing to see when people, it takes some muscle memory. You got to try it a few times,
you
get
have
used
to
to it.
practice. Right.
But then it just ejects itself right out of there.
Yeah, it's actually cool. I mean, I haven't run into a shooter yet that, especially if you demo it actually on a weapon, doesn't say I want one.
Right.
And so it's from a mind share point of view, on a word of mouth basis, it's got almost universal appeal.
Yeah.
So it's a new product. A lot of people aren't familiar with it yet. So we're just in the process of figuring out how to make it a big thing in the U.S. But I don't think there's any doubt it'll have the appeal.
So do you have multiple caliber available?
So right now it's 9mm only.
Okay.
45 is coming out in a few months, and then 40 by the end of the year.
Oh, okay. So that's pretty quick time frame on that then. Good deal.
And it has to be modified for some certain weapons. So there's an individual weapon compatibility test that they run through. So it doesn't work on all 9mm now. But the good thing is they're working on it all the time to expand that list.
This is so unique. Where do you come up with an idea like this, guys?
Well, let me answer that for a time. Yeah. I've worked with the Israeli military off and on different parts of my life for many years. I've always been impressed with their focus on whatever they're working on, whether it's a system or a way of doing things. That's very effective and very efficient. So this is an example of a piece of technology. Two young IDF special operators got the idea of being able to do this, and it came out of a tragic accident that occurred that motivated them to look at it. So a lot of people here that have looked at it say, why didn't I think of that?
Right.
So it's one of those why didn't I think of that type of things? And
Once
one
again,
thing led to another.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Exactly.
And being in Israel, you're right. Israel is always in a unique situation. You look at from screening at airports, all kinds of things that Israel has been forced to say, we've got to come up with a way to make this work.
Yeah. But the commercial application, the civil application, the market is really here in the U.S. So
yeah, absolutely.
My role is to help them get established in the U.S. the right way, both from a market point of view and also what kind of operations and that sort of thing. So it's a lot of fun.
We'd love to help you guys out. Like I said, just keep us posted in the future, and we'll help you any way we can because I think you got a great product here. Truly, I'm impressed by it as well. So you got the new calibers. What else are you working on?
So next year we're also going to have what's called our Alert Series, which will be the exact same lock you're looking at, but it will be connected to your phone. You'll be able to, if someone moves your gun, you'll get a notification. You'll be able to unlock it. Sorry, you'll be able to unlock it from your phone, but you can't lock it. No one can hack it and lock your gun. You can only do that if you press the button. But you can have it in your desk drawer, let's say, and just push your button and you unlock it.
Nice. A lot of applications there, right?
A lot of great ways to expand upon that. And later in the future, 5, 6, and 12 gauge are also on the development horizon.
That's great. So how did this become a passion, though? Like you said, it was out of tragedy or whatever, but what motivates you on this? Are you naturally driven to create anyways?
Well, I think there's a lot of politics in the world of firearms, right? But I think everyone can agree that your little kid shooting your other little kid
is a bad thing.
That's a bad thing,
right?
And it's preventable. There are a lot of solutions on the market. Some of them better, some are worse. And this just gives you, it's very fast, but it's also extremely reliable. That means you can feel anywhere you are with your firearm, whether, for example, for women who carry in their purse, for example, and don't want to have their purse maybe next to them but not on them, or if you are at the gym, or other places where you want your firearm secure but you can't carry, a safe with you or that kind of thing. It gives you a lot of options to keep your firearm safe when it's not on your person.
You don't have to look at it to unlock it. You get used to that click. You can just have it on your lap under the table and just kind of dial that back, right?
Absolutely.
I think you don't look at it as a lock. At least I don't. I look at it as more of another safety. It's part of the way you engage with the weapon.
Oh,
so
yes,
think of it as more
it's more of an extension of the gun.
Yeah, you got a grip safety, a trigger safety, thumb safety. You got I'll call it a chamber safety for lack of a better word.
Yeah, you're right, because it's one hand, it's easy to operate. You can do that, right.
So you look at it, it's got a lot of tactical utility. Oh, by the way, it's got a lot of safety associated with it. But it's totally different than any lock that I've seen.
One of the horrible things here in the U.S. when you do, it's an issue. It's a political issue. It is. Wrong or right, it is. Doesn't matter what side you fall on. My issue is the people that are very anti-gun, and they have their viewpoints that are valid. I understand what they're coming from. The problem is it's difficult for you to even advertise or discuss this because even though it's a gun safety, it's a preventative, for people, kids shooting kids, it's still cast into that category, and you are often going to be denied the ability to even discuss it.
Right.
It's seen as a gun itself.
Yeah. We had some issues in the past with social media. We discussed about 9 months ago, whatever it was, where they felt this is a firearm. But no, it's a firearm safety device.
Right.
So it took a lot of work. We are able to advertise on Facebook, but for example, Twitter and YouTube will not allow us to advertise at all there because for whatever reason, they don't really get into the nuances of this being, yes, this is on a firearm, but it's keeping kids safe. And that's something we should all agree on, I think.
And so here's my question about that then. Is it more that in order for you to advertise and show it, you show the gun, in action? If you showed him, if it was done as hey, this is how you lock it up, would it be more friendly, or it's just pretty much off the table, do you think?
Showing the weapon itself is one of the issues.
It's
but it's not, doesn't make any sense to try to demonstrate or even describe this without showing the weapon.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the kind of thing that both sides of the gun control debate ought to latch on to big time. There's no downside.
It's such a great, and again, so if you are a proud, gun owner, gun enthusiast, Second Amendment supporter, you'll love it. I mean, people are responsible. Good people are responsible with their guns and whatever, and you get it. But your concern is, can I, fast access to it? Does it work well? Yes, it does. And I can't stress enough, go and watch the video, and we'll go ahead and
actually, Beth's going to shoot a video of this thing in action right now.
Oh yeah, show us how it works.
Well, she's going to do it over there. I think.
Okay, yeah.
Different light.
Well,
yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, good deal. So we'll do, go to Zor.life, and then we'll put a link out to it over Zor.life and watch the videos. You're going to love to see this in action. It's such a great product. Okay, very good. Let us know how we can help you, Tom. Jerry, thanks so much. Really appreciate it, guys.
Pleasure.
Just keep in touch and tell us how we can help you, all right?
Cool.
Zor.life. It's Zor.life, and Brad and I will show you how it works as well.
Yeah, it's a very, very cool product. Safety product everybody should have.
You got to see the guys using it, too. You look pretty cool, especially because it ejects as part of it.
Right,
It's really neat. Hey, we're live from SHOT Show in Las Vegas at Sands Expo Center. Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs, and there's a guy that's been hanging out.
That's
right
Ron.
Here. No, this guy right here next.
That's
to
Ron. That would be Ron Phillips. Yes. He's the guy. He's in charge of
Is
all
he
the
one
electronics.
Of the exhibitors?
No,
you mean
he's
for the SHOT Show?
No. He works with us. He's.
I didn't realize we had hired somebody. It's nice
is
to.
probably a
There
loose term.
was somebody who told me we'd hired somebody, but
Right.
anyways.
No, he's been here.
Huh?
He's been here for a while.
Okay, I don't know what a while is, but Claudia, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Meet you
Claudia
too.
from Gun Totin' Mamas.
That's correct.
Gun Totin' Mama. I like the sound of that.
Uh-huh.
What happens with Gun Totin' Mamas? I imagine your mama's at Gun Tote. Is that right?
And also dads and,
And
papas.
dads.
as
Oh,
well.
okay, very good.
So we got the whole family involved.
Give us some details in the background.
We are a concealed carry handbag. We originated here in 2009 at SHOT Show when they were at the Las Vegas area there.
Yes.
We started it by bringing all of our leather goods from our luggage and small accessories line. After the show, nobody wanted any of that, but they all asked if we could make concealed carry handbags. And not coming from that background, I didn't even know what a concealed carry bag was.
So what did you start with again?
We are a luggage and leather goods company.
Okay. But you came to SHOT Show for that stuff, just figure it was a good trade opportunity.
That's correct.
And people are like, yeah, okay, whatever. Can you do a concealed carry?
Yeah, that's right.
So then you're saying, okay, but did you take it serious? There's obviously an opportunity
Well, at
here.
first I didn't, but everybody in the booth turned around and said, well, I guess we're going to be some gun-toting mamas.
There you go.
So at least at first I had the acumen to run to my attorney and say, did somebody trademark that term?
Right.
No, we grabbed it.
Isn't that amazing when you do that? You think somebody's had to have gotten to that before us. No, it's available.
I know.
Whoa. Yeah, I know we've
It's
had that happen
crazy.
too.
You know how many
crazy.
times I've talked to so many business owners over the years, and people started stuff that it took them so long to get what was right in front of them.
Yeah.
This opportunity's there, and they're like, "Yeah, it's not what I do. It's not what I do."
Right.
And they finally it clicks. Hey, I got to take this serious, and then boom, there it
Yeah,
is.
truly.
But it clicked for you pretty quick.
It took me 8 months to make it click because being in the luggage industry, we're going, no.
Right.
But when 2008, 2009 and the financial issue happened, my team kept saying, we got 3 words for you, gun-toting mamas. So I said, okay, I'll do it.
Did you ever own a firearm?
No, not at that time.
So you knew nothing about it. Was there a certain intimidation? I don't want to deal with guns.
Of course. I was very afraid of the liability, even though it was just a handbag.
Right.
You know, my stupidity was it had nothing to do with having a gun, but,
Right.
but it's still the intimidation factor was
That's
very real.
that's a great example of how the entire thing is the shadow is cast on anything. Even
Absolutely.
we just talked to a gentleman with the safety,
Yep.
and it he can't even advertise.
That's
this
crazy.
stuff.
It is. It is. It's
It is
very
nuts.
crazy. But that's what it is. And so, I went ahead and did it. We went to SHOT Show in Orlando with our first product. It was only
Right.
5 bags. They were terrible. But we had the poster made for Gun Totin' Mamas, and we could not believe how people stopped. They wanted their picture taken in front of the poster, signed. And what was truly amazing was the support of this industry. I've been in many, and I continue to be in other industries. I've never had people, even vendors, coming up to us saying, thank you for being here. We love what you're doing. Please stay. What can we do to help you?
It's funny too. There's a different level of competition in business within this community when it comes to firearms.
Yes.
So we've realized something over the years that a lot of the world has not figured out yet. Competition does not exist the same way it used to. Used to be even in our industry, if you were on a platform, I mean, way back, if you were going to appear on a late night talk show, they wouldn't have you if you were not on their network and it was promoted on another. It was crazy. And we've gotten to the point where a lot of people still don't understand that. The competition is not, I don't want to talk about that because they may go over and listen to that show. It doesn't exist like that anymore.
No.
You still promote yourself. You're still out there, and there are certain things, still some boundaries you don't cross. But like you probably experienced, they want you to succeed.
Yes. And that was amazing. In addition to that, the amount of industry people that actually came into the booth and said, let's help you to do a better job with this.
Nice.
I mean, at that time, I had the female trainers from Gunsight coming in and out of that booth several times a day, telling us we were on the floor designing the bags the way they were supposed to, and people saying, "Well, you can't do a wire cable in the shoulder strap." Well, why not? Well, because people said it can't be done. Okay, no, it can be done, but you got to do it right.
Right, and you got to know what their needs are as a gun owner.
Exactly. When I came on board, they weren't even making ambidextrous bags, and I said, "Well, why aren't you making them left and right-handed?" Well, because there's no need. All right, as a professional retailer, why would you walk 30% of your business out of the door? So, and why would you actually jeopardize those women saying, "Oh, sorry, you're dead"?
Right.
You know,
right.
That was the unbelievable part of some of the misconceptions that were going around here. And so we do that. We make sure that every single bag is ambidextrous. Every single bag has an 11-ply steel cable going through it. We use the same technology as a laptop briefcase, which is what we manufacture on our luggage side. You know, to have the gun compartment protected, make sure that it doesn't imprint. In addition to that, we bring the difference between us and all of the other bags that are out there. We make these to a luggage standard, not to a handbag standard.
Oh, that's important.
The manufacturing is completely different because your luggage has to survive that carousel.
Yeah, we know how effective TSA is. And we know how effective all those
bag handlers
are. The bag handlers.
They're not gentle. I thought they would be gentle.
No.
They're not gentle.
Oh, yeah. There's
What's your luggage company? What's the luggage side called?
It's called Kingport Industries, and that's actually the parent company.
Okay.
Gun Tote Mamas is one of our brands, but it's actually become a significant brand.
You're located in Illinois?
We are. We're not in the city of Chicago. We're just we're north of there.
Is that where the Spiegel catalog was? Spiegel catalog, Northbrook, Illinois.
Oh, yes. We used to work with them.
See?
Okay, there you go.
Used to work with them.
Thank you.
So how can people find Gun Tote Mama specifically?
Well, we definitely have approved dealers. They can come to our website. We have a store locator.
Do you sell directly or only through other outlets?
Retailers.
We sell through retailers.
Okay.
We do have a website, but we prefer our women. We want to encourage them to go to the stores because they need to try these on and make sure that they fit. We encourage them to try and go work with the gun counter to make sure that their firearm fits properly because not every bag can fit every gun. You have to do this right. Our difference is we design the bag around the holster.
We have a company we work with, traguns.com. It's TRA Guns, and they're a gun site that's revolutionized firearm purchase online because you can see the visuals. I mean, it's high-resolution photos and 360 rotator. But we'll put you in because in the next months they're gonna eventually open up a storefront in North Carolina, and they're looking for some cool products like yours that they could probably stock for you as well.
Yep. Very cool. Very cool.
And that's one of the things we do, kind of connect people up.
We put your information on our social media pages, so
that website again.
It is www.gtmoriginal.com.
Yes,
GTMoriginal.com. GTMoriginal.com. Hopefully people will go there and let us know I can help you in the future, all right?
Thank you so much.
It was really nice to meet you.
Thank
really
you
nice to
very
meet you.
much.
GTMoriginal.com. And hopefully, like I said, we'll try to connect some other people up. That's what we do there.
Cool. Thank you, Claudia. Appreciate it. And thank you.
Really cool stuff.
There's some cool people here or what?
No, there's a lot of great people here, too. But
Except
I love
that one guy.
Oh, he was such a goof, right?
Yes, he is.
But no, it's interesting to see, like I said, we've heard these stories before. People are like, I don't know. And it's like, no, you should do this. I like this thing I'm doing that's not successful.
Right.
Sometimes we're really dumb about that stuff. I know I am. And how long did it take me to, let's just move on.
I think that's a good
Alpha.
idea.
Hey, how you doing, Doc?
That's weird. His name is Beta.
Oh,
Such
so
a
we've already
jerk.
established some pecking orders.
See?
I'm going to just go ahead and let you talk because after that I've been emasculated. What do you do?
So I am the sales director for a company called Mantis X. And what we do is we make electronic training devices that attach onto a Picatinny or a light rail. And it reads your body's input on the weapon and is able to diagnose what mistakes you're making. So,
wow, my
one
second
more time
emasculation.
On that? One more time on that.
So it's an electronic device that attaches onto any pistol or semi-automatic rifle.
Right.
And it diagnoses your body's input on the weapon.
Okay.
So you're saying your shoulder is wrong, this is wrong.
It'll tell you if you're pushing or slapping the trigger or you're flinching or you're anticipating the recoil. So this is a full trainer that you can attach onto your weapon. And the thing that makes it unique, compared to anything else on the market, is the fact that it works on live fire, dry fire, and CO2. So you can train when you're at home doing snap cap training, or you can take it out to the range, and you can see the difference in performance between your dry fire performance and your live fire.
I tried and I got unfixable. There's too many things wrong.
Same thing with your golf game.
Well, it's interesting because my background's long-range precision shooting, right? So I was never
military.
No.
Okay.
Just came from the Scope World, Bushnell, and a couple other places, and so I was an atrocious pistol shooter. 3 yards, dinner plate grouping type thing. After about 3 months, I'm blowing the 10 rank out at 15 yards all day, every day.
So did you start this, or you joined them? And
no, I was an industry guy, and this is a brainchild of two brothers, and they were just sitting around trying to figure out how to get better at shooting, and they put together a prototype and they took it to a range and
develop, design, refine, right?
Yeah, exactly. And people kept coming by and be like, "Hey, you guys should make this. Like, people would buy this and stuff." And we're like, "Oh, really?"
It's like last later they're like, "Huh? What?" It takes you a while before it starts clicking, right?
Absolutely, but they.
How long ago was that? Do you know?
4 years. We've been selling Mantis for 3 now, but now this is our 4th SHOT Show.
Okay,
so we kind of showed everyone, hey, we're going to do launch 4 years ago, and then we actually launched 3 SHOT Shows ago.
Awesome, that's good. What's the so there's one system? Okay.
Currently
one. I
currently
imagine
we have one. We just launched at this SHOT Show. We're doing 2 additional systems.
Okay.
It's the Mantis X3 and the X7. The X3 is going to be lower profile, and so I'll have a quick disconnect feature built into it, and just about a quarter the size of the original model. And then the X7 is specifically for shotguns.
So what does the device look like that you're attaching to? Is it multiple ones, or it's just to your gun?
Correct.
It's just to your gun.
It's just your weapon. So it looks like a tiny light. It mounts on to the light rail, right?
Right.
And a lot of weapons out there, a lot of pistols, right, especially revolvers, don't have a light rail, right? So we have adapters actually for both autos and revolvers. And if let's say you have a Gen 1 Glock, right, and there's no light rail on that, we'll replace the butt plate, the magazine butt plate with one that has a Picatinny rail. And
that's
nice.
easy then, okay.
And the upsell of that, too, is you can do draw drills now, because now you can draw from your holster. In fact, most of the law enforcement agencies and the military agencies using our product right now prefer to do that because that's how they train, from the holster.
And you sell direct to customer?
Oh, absolutely.
Via the website?
Yes, sir.
What's the website?
MantisX.com.
MantisX.com. What's the price point on that?
You're looking at $149.99.
Oh, that's done.
Super easy.
That's easy.
I already
You're
put it up
serious
over
about
on our
it?
MeWe page too. So.
Yeah, and I've been through different training. You mentioned golf games, stuff like that. Nothing this simple. I mean, as far as easy to use, and you see computer imaging what you're doing wrong, and if it's anything as accurate as he's saying to tell you what you're doing wrong, it's amazing. And a lot of the stuff you're not even going to realize.
No.
You're like, no, I've got that. You may know some of it, but yeah, that's awesome.
Well, what's great about it is it doesn't allow self-deception. I mean, let's be honest, guys. We've all been at the range, and we're like, oh, it was the magazine. Oh, my sights are off. Blah, 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 blah. Well, you want to mitigate all the chit-chat, slap on a Mantis, and let's see where it really goes.
That should be the slogan, mitigate the chit-chat.
I like it.
I'm patting
Mitty-chitty. How about that?
You
got to talk to the younger gen, Mitty-chit.
I can already see the memes, guys. I can already see the memes.
Just keep dumbing it down there.
Oh, goodness.
You can also just do mitigate the shit. I mean, I'm saying you can do that on as well, too. I'm just saying that out there.
Depending on your audience.
Exactly. We like to do that, whatever.
But
it's good stuff.
One last thing I want to say to the customers, it sounds like it's too good to be true, and we understand that, but we stand behind it. It's got a 2-year manufacturing warranty and a 60-day money-back guarantee. So if you don't like it within the first 60 days, you send it back, no questions asked. We're refunding.
That's really cool.
So
Website again.
MantisX.com.
MantisX.com. Go there again. We'll put it out there on social media, and hopefully people will gobble it up for you. That sounds awesome. Thanks so much, Alpha.
Thanks for having me, guys. Really appreciate the time.
Thank you.
All right. What'd you think, Omega? What'd you like?
I loved it. Wait a minute. Does that make me the end?
You're the end. You're the way down the end.
Doggone it.
I had to find a way out. Is that right?
I think that's perfect.
All right, very good. Slide just that way. Joe, how are you, buddy? How you doing? Get those on there. We'll talk to you. Fort Discovery Inc. Joe, what is Fort Discovery Inc.?
Well, Fort Discovery, we do a lot of things. We we actually manufacture our own AR in a gift box, and basically put it together so people basically that are retiring from law enforcement, it comes with a coin, and so it's a pine box, and so anybody that wants to, do a present for their or gift for their guys, they can come to our booth and stop by.
Just guys? Wait a minute.
No, I love gift box though. That is so wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
That is so wonderful. That is awesome. Yeah, but the guys, come on,
Yeah.
The ladies like a nice gift box of
right?
an AR as well, right?
Got it.
That's
Got it.
All right, we're going to get a quick break in here, Joe. We're going to come back and find out more about you as well. In the meantime, please follow us all across social media. Doc Thompson and Omega Staggs live from SHOT Show in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
A free exchange of ideas. MoJo 50. The Daily Mojo.
What are you saying? You're better than me? Think you're better than me? That's what I'm getting here. This guy's giving me the business.
Yeah.
He's better
Was
than
it
me.
Joey Bag of Donuts there? What are you, some sort of Joey Bag of Donuts? Come on now.
All right, it's Joe from Fort Discovery telling us about their AR gift box, which I love. I think that's fantastic. Tell us a little bit about the box.
Well, the box is a pine box. It comes with a matching serial numbered coin.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it comes with a coin, and basically the box is a pine box that has American flag burnt into it.
Real nice, pretty.
So it's a nice package, and we custom laser engrave the department name and or the officer and the number of years he's had for service, and then they can basically order that up.
There's a lot of competition now too with ARs, right?
Oh yeah. When we got into it years ago, when you couldn't go out and you couldn't buy ARs, we decided, well, let's just start making a few of our own, and the market's now so flooded that everybody's making ARs, and so we made that transition to say, well, let's make it more of a custom gift and a retirement gift.
Clever idea.
Yeah.
How about this? How about you do the same thing, but you put a summer sausage in it? The block of cheese. Right?
Yeah.
See?
How about this? AR of the Month Club.
There you go.
We send you a different AR every month.
There you
Yes.
go. Yeah. I like these
You
guys.
can cancel any time.
Yeah.
Just send us an email.
Good luck finding our email address.
One every month.
But you've got several other businesses as well, right?
Yeah. We got an app that we've been working on. I started off years ago in the security business, and basically been doing that for 30
Drop
years.
some
What do you
names.
mean? Yeah,
Drop some names.
What kind
Come
of
on.
security? Like doing personal security?
Yeah. We do personal security, and we also do corporations.
Siegfried and Roy? Do you do
No,
Siegfried
no,
and Roy?
no, no.
Anybody
we
we
don't
know?
No, nobody down here. All our stuff is in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah, Nordstrom Corporation, we
Nice.
do business for them. Kroger. So we do a lot of different business, and we do some personal security details
Come
too.
on, give us
Anybody
some names.
famous?
Oh yeah,
Huh?
I've done
Bruce
I've done,
Springsteen?
I've done Bruce.
Nice.
I've
nice,
done.
nice. So is Brad, but that's a different thing.
In a different way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Those records are sealed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anybody else we know?
I've done Chelsea Clinton.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. All right.
Yeah.
So is Brad, but that's
Those records are sealed. Thank you.
Paul Rubin,
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, no, we
I
haven't.
just
We
don't
haven't
even know.
nothing with him.
Okay,
But,
very good.
Russell Wilson. We've done Russell Wilson.
That's cool though.
Jessica Alba. So
That's
yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's interesting.
Now
Yeah.
that's one that
So
you
did
want
I.
to do.
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
one. There you go.
Right.
You finally hit on one there. That's interesting when you do a personal security because you're really a part of people's lives, but you have to be professional about that. Those records are sealed, right? Anything that
correct.
happens. And
That's
you're-
right.
That's
Yeah, we specialize in events, so it's typically an event that they're
Okay.
doing, a signing, something to do with fashion, and like Russell was doing some clothes. I mean, he
Yeah.
was,
You ever had to tackle anybody?
no,
No?
no,
Like
no.
out of the crowd, he looks
No.
suspicious.
No.
Get him.
Yeah,
Joe's more of a trip people sort of guy.
yeah, that's right. We got good. We got other guys for that. Yeah, I usually sit.
They
in the
do
back.
this, you do this.
That's right, exactly.
Oh, wise guy.
Yeah.
What's the app you have?
Okay, we got a great thing that we came up with. Actually, my wife and the kids came up with a concept called Shepherd Shield. And Shepherd Shield is a mobile security app that basically will alert you of an active shooter, and we can also identify areas of threats. So
Nice.
we can actually take, if we know a certain area of town is, the Cooper Index is kind of what it goes off of. On the back of that card, you'll see there's a color code.
Yeah.
And so basically we identify areas by, we can take it and shade it yellow, orange, or red. And then basically if you go in, it's GPS, essentially just it picks up your phone and lets you know what exactly what threat area you're in. But like right now here, if you look at this phone, you can see these are the people that have the app right now that are showing their location. So we can go all over, and it's all over the country. We've got about 44,000 people that have signed up. And again, it's shepherdshieldApp.com, and that's where you can get this. And then we'll alert you if there's an actual active
Hold
shooter.
Up. There you go. Up. There you go.
Okay, there you got it.
Wow. You're lucky he didn't just break your neck for taking his phone out of his hand. Like a reflex.
He would have just tripped me.
He's all good.
Yeah.
So, but how does that work then specifically?
Okay, so we have it so that the user can actually send in intel through the device, and then we also have applications where it's real-time feeds off of scanners. We're picking that information up, social media. So what we do is we put that in, and we're also working with different departments with their CAD systems. So as soon as the call comes
Okay.
out on the CAD that would go to a
Boom.
car, boom, it feeds Shepherd Shield. We're doing that right now in Dallas. Doing a test there with the Dallas PD.
We know some people in Dallas.
Yes, we
Yeah,
might.
there's a lot of crime in Dallas.
Yes, there is.
Well,
Yes.
right now they're like, 1,000 officers short on the police
Yeah, it's
department?
incredible.
Crazy
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
going on down there.
So you got the app,
Right.
Which is awesome. You got the private security. You do. You got the AR gift boxes. It's sounding like you're a capitalist.
Yes, I am. I love
Unashamed.
coming up with
This
new things.
toxic masculinity
Wow.
I'm getting from
It's
this
just
guy.
dripping
Incredible.
off of him right
I
now.
know.
It's,
Yeah,
really
we
kinda
love
disturbing.
people that are passionate
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
ideas and you pursue them or whatever.
Yeah, you bet.
So you got the kids going, why not an app? And you're right, I'll steal their ideas. I got it.
What's
Good.
your website?
The
Probably got a
website
couple
for
of 'em.
yeah, I do. The website for Security Services Northwest is ssnwhq.com.
That's Shepherd Northwest High Quality.
Yeah, stands for Security Services Northwest.
SSNWHQ.
Got it.
There you go.
Got it.
.com.
Yeah.
All right, that's
It's
one.
shocking that website wasn't taken.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
There you go.
That's Charlie Bravo Echo Tango Tango Tango.
_ tilde. No, it's SSNWHQ.
Yes, that's it.
Gotcha. And then what's the other ones?
The other one is FortDiscoveryUSA.com.
Got that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
you
And
got
are
it.
there links or can they go back and forth?
Yeah,
You promote one
and-
from
yeah,
the other?
Yeah,
Okay,
there
good.
is. They're tied together.
Good.
So
The
you can-
app is they can access or get the
You can get that at
information on-
Android. You can get that at the Android store or Apple store.
All right.
So
and-
you can just download it right there, and we also have additional information on there, and you can take a look at the.
Is it available on my Razor? My razor phone?
Your razor
My flip phone? No, it's not
No.
there? Okay.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work on
Oh,
your
okay,
flip
that's
phone.
very good.
All right.
Great stuff. Really
Hey, man,
appreciate it,
easy.
Joe. This is
Hey,
awesome.
yeah,
Let us
thanks.
know what we can help in the future. We're capitalists. We like money, too.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, so we
Okay,
do.
that's
so
a
we're,
good thing.
We're big fans of money. We don't have a
Yes,
lot,
Yeah.
but we are
but
certainly
we'd like
fans
to
of
have
it,
a lot,
yes.
and we're big fans of it.
You
so.
bet. Hey, well, thanks for having us, guys.
All right, guys.
All right,
Thanks so
take
much.
care.
I really
Yep,
appreciate
yep,
it, buddy.
bye-bye.
Live at the SHOT Show, lots of good people like that. A lot of good camaraderie. and people don't mind.
Is
What's
Ron
going on there?
stealing something over there?
I think he is, yeah.
Jeez. He's fast.
Oh, I've got the app. I'm putting it on the.
Oh, good.
Uh-huh. You're going to.
This is
you're
awesome.
sharing it? All right.
I wasn't joking about that summer sausage or AR of the month club.
That's a great idea, though.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
How about that?
AR of the month club.
Okay,
That's
maybe
good.
not AR handgun of the month.
That works.
You got to get
I
Kurt
like
from
that.
TRA Guns.
That's right. You can get 10 of them for a penny, and then
Right, yes.
The fourth one is
Yes.
$50,000. Don't miss a payment or don't forget to send it back.
That's K-Tel in the original days.
Not just K. Who was it?
Was
the
it
Columbia?
K-Tel?
Oh, Columbia.
Records.
Columbia
and
Records.
tapes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
10 of them
Columbia
for a
Records
penny.
tape flip.
And don't forget to
Did
cancel.
you ever forget to mail one back?
Good luck finding us.
Did you ever forget to mail one of those back?
Yes, actually.
So it was.
Then they charged you.
Right as CDs came out, so this is late '80s. I signed up for it. Sent it. Wow, this is great. 10 CDs for a penny. This is fantastic. And all you had to do was make sure to mail the ones they sent you
Right.
unsolicited back. And if you forget, it's going to be trouble.
Yes.
I forgot to miss one back, and I ended up with the Pointer Sisters CD for $35. I still have it.
They made their money back from you.
So excited.
And then some.
That was a Pointer Sisters song. It was
I
a reference.
see.
It all ties in there. Very good. How you doing, sir?
Doing well.
Powell, how are you?
Great. How are you?
What's the website?
AmericanAirsoftFactory.com.
AmericanAirsoftFactory.com.
Is that one S or two?
Airsoft?
You're good.
You can hit him with it. It's
It's
okay.
all right. It's all right.
All right. What do you do?
What we are is we are an AR-15 training tool. So what this is an airsoft gun. I know the radio
Oh
viewers
my
can't
gosh.
see it, but
This looks not like an airsoft gun.
exactly, yeah. So what it is, that's all mil-spec furniture. So you
I'm
know.
confused because there's no orange tip, but
Correct.
you understand.
Yeah. It's meant for a training tool.
Gotcha.
And the orange tip is actually a state requirement,
I
so
know,
it
I'm
depends on
giving
the
you
state.
the business,
You're good. No. So what we do, basically what it is, it's meant for a training tool. So there's real rails. You can put whatever attachments on it.
Yeah.
What it's meant to do is it's meant to be a cheaper alternative to simunition or more of a reliable version than the gas systems that are in the airsoft industry
Yeah.
as we speak.
All right. Can you fire it?
Of course, yeah.
If
you'd like.
And there you have it.
Yeah.
Where are you guys based out of?
Utah.
Utah.
Provo,
All right.
Utah.
Yeah.
So.
Wait. Can you fire it here?
Why not?
Yeah, it'll turn some heads. But
All right,
Okay, here we go.
Last time I did this, security walked by. But so this is just semi-only.
This is so much trouble.
So that's
We're
how
good.
I can
Okay.
I can bring it closer to the
Okay.
mic as well. So the
No,
bolt
no.
actually locks back when you're out of ammunition. So I have no magazine in.
I don't think you're going to have to do that,
no
but
BB.
okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
Trouble.
I'll go full auto here. Yeah, everyone's turning their heads. So.
And it's airsoft, folks. It's airsoft.
So that's what it sounds like. The bolt will lock back,
Yeah.
magazines, all that fun stuff.
Everybody.
Wow. What a jaded bunch. Been drawn down on by 40,000 people.
I know. Everybody
honestly.
just went for it. They got their Zorex. They're dialing 2 clicks in and looking around.
That is cool.
Yeah.
You know what
is
we just
really
sold?
cool.
A whole lot of guns.
Yes, you did.
Very cool. That's neat stuff then.
Yeah.
So is this your brainchild?
No, I wish. I'm not that smart.
Okay, I
No,
understand.
so-
we
Neither
have
am
the
I.
same problem.
Yeah. So the engineer is actually Korean. I have a background. I speak Korean. So I started out mostly.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 한국말
Well,
No,
you
I
guys
only
talking
know a
about
couple
me?
words.
You guys are talking about me, aren't you?
Yeah,
course,
that's
yeah.
You're
right.
talking about me.
Dunk dunk. We're talking about him.
Yeah,
Right, am I
yeah.
saying?
That's close enough. Close enough.
Oh.
See, he knows. No, I know a handful of words, just enough to order food and
Yeah.
insult him for being fat.
Yeah. I'll teach
Yeah.
you all the good ones later.
Okay, very good.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Why
my
is it-
wife will teach me those ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
So
exactly.
you guys have a date now. This is nice.
See, this is good.
Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, whatever.
So tell us more.
Yeah, so specs on this, it's about a pound shy of an AR-15,
Mm-hmm.
and the kick is more than a 22, but just a hair less than an actual AR-15.
Mm-hmm.
So we found in a training environment, there's electrical airsoft systems that have a little bit of a blowback or a kick.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same. This is
Thank you.
This is almost as much as an actual AR-15. You can the ideology behind it is you perform how you train. So we want a training weapon that they can throw their accessories on. Everyone has their own gun, and they like it to feel a certain way, and they use their own furniture. So what this is meant to do is you're meant to be able to put on whatever stock you want, whatever rail you want, whatever accessories on that rail, and it will function as necessary or as wanted.
It feels just like a real AR. I mean, the weight, the feel, everything about it feels like an AR.
And it just direct to consumer, or is it only through other retailers?
It's direct to consumer right now. We're looking at retailers, but
so you could use help with either.
Yeah, either way. Yeah.
Okay, website again?
AmericanAirsoftFactory.com.
AmericanAirsoftFactory.com. Mr. Brad is going to go ahead and put that out there, and we'll go from there.
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
Excellent. Nice to meet you, Paul.
Nice
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
AmericanAirsoft.com.
AmericanAirsoftFactory.com.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of long.
People's
kids. Okay. Well, that deserves a bell. Very good.
Yeah,
live from SHOT Show in Las Vegas, it's Doc Thompson and Dung Dung Staggs interviewing more and.
Wait. You just go ahead and go to sleep. You just go ahead and go to sleep. Everything will be just fine.
All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Interviewing. Who do we got
Who's
here?
next? Who's next?
Step up here, sir.
Come
How are
on.
you?
Get into the chair of.
We're going to move that over there just a little bit.
All right.
Awesome.
Perfect. And go ahead and put this lovely device right on top of your head.
And we'll talk to you.
There you go.
Omer, how are you, sir?
How are you?
Doing well from Dentalock. Now, this is a product Brad and I know a little bit about. We have used this product, place we used to work. We'd have it in the studio there and just have fun with it while we were talking.
It's a cool trigger lock.
It is a trigger lock. It's actually pretty ingenious. Explain, and you're the inventor too, right?
I am yes.
Explain how.
Explain how the product works, right? Which part?
We're just dumbing it down.
So it's a clamp. It's the clamp that latches on to the trigger guard.
Okay.
And prevents anybody who's not authorized to use the gun from using the gun.
So it's hard to describe what the clamp looks like to people on radio. What is it, a few inches?
Size of a pack of cigarettes plus.
Okay, a little bit like that.
Yeah.
And it completely covers the trigger.
Exactly.
And the trigger guard,
Yeah,
really.
you can, you cannot get your finger in there.
So, you don't even see it. It
Exactly.
completely encloses it there. And it's like, what do you call it?
There's a fingerprint ID.
Well, what do you call this shape here? Like a clamshell
Yes.
going together around it.
Right.
Yep.
And then it just hangs down from the gun. Then with the fingerprint on the side, you just, once it's programmed in,
Exactly.
it reads your fingerprint, and it just opens up and drops down to the ground.
And I'm going to guess yours is
in under a second.
In under a second.
Hang on a second before you do it. Hang on. Can you see it, Ron?
Okay, we're
Ron
showing.
can see it. Go ahead and look at that, and boom, that thing is off.
And it's funny. It's not heavy, but it's just heavy enough to cause it, when it opens up, to drop down.
It's weighted in such a way that when it's pressed, it springs open and it falls down.
How do you come up with this?
So
he's smarter than you.
How'd you come up with the idea, first of all?
So I have a story. As a kid, I used to. So my dad had a service weapon. He would lock it in a cabinet. Lock that cabinet, put the key in another cabinet.
Is he law enforcement? Was he military?
He was customs.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So then I'm one key locked into another key cabinet, and then that cabinet was also locked, and ammunition was separate. And I put all that together while he was away, and I played catch a robber with my siblings.
How old were you?
Maybe 7, something like that.
And you still, even though it was separated, you were able to do all that?
Correct. I had time. I had
Yeah,
creativity.
and you're obviously smart.
Well, curiosity, right? Every
Yeah.
kid is curious. So, grace of God, nothing happened. Much later in life, I was at the wrong place, wrong time. A freak accident. I looked back in the window, and a bullet came in and hit me.
The bullet hit you?
Yes.
Where were you?
Just a suburb.
Okay.
So, grace of God, again, I survived. I went on to graduate from Purdue. My first job was nuclear power plant, where they taught me redundancy.
Sure.
The systems have to work.
Right.
Next job was working on airbag controllers. These are devices that in microseconds decide if it's a pothole or a crash, because the signals look exactly the same.
Right.
So I did that for about a decade. I've destroyed like 350 prototype cars.
So have I, but that's a different thing.
Well, mine were made safer.
Oh, mine were not. Mine were not.
And right now, they're saving lives in about, I'm guessing here, about 60 million cars.
That's incredible.
So for me, when Sandy Hook happened, not to say that this could have prevented it,
Sure.
but for me, it was a moment, okay, what can I do? So that was a moment that I said, okay, I'm going to do something. And I started working on it. I just worked on the computer graphics CAD of this.
And this is just spare time stuff?
Correct. I was a successful engineer in a management track at a massive automotive supplier. Very successful, and I have yet to make anything close to that, by the way.
Yeah, we understand that.
So I kept working on it. 2 years later, I had a prototype. And then one of the investors like, why don't you let me invest? I was like, no, I can do this. I'll keep working and be funding this. And then he said it again. And this is a CEO of a major corporation.
Okay.
Major Fortune 500.
And this is one of his side ventures then, right?
He's retired. I'm sorry, he retired. And then he's investing in companies.
Gotcha.
And then, and just to explain, the unique thing about it is they came after me. Not one time, two times. They came after me multiple times.
They saw the potential.
I think they were feeling the same thing that I was feeling.
Okay.
We got to do something. And they saw somebody who could potentially do it.
Right.
And
it doesn't matter side of the gun debate. Everybody knows that part of it, right?
Everybody does.
There's the devil's in the details, but nobody wants people to be injured. We know that.
Absolutely. So I'm a gun owner. I'm a NRA member, and I've been there for a long time.
Sure.
And I've been on the wrong side of the gun.
Right.
So for me, it's even more important
to get it right.
Understand.
Get it right.
Because I have kids.
Sure.
I know how ingenious they can be.
Yep. Yep.
And they're my kids, and so I was even more worried.
Right.
So I came up with the idea. It's been a long battle. There's multiple times in the process when the manufacturer was like, okay, this is it. We're not going to do anything more. I was like, no, this does not meet my specification. This is not what I asked for.
This is not it. You're missing something. So real quick, explain, and one of the gentlemen at your booth down there, and I can't remember, was explaining how this differs, and it uses, and I can't remember exactly, a metal?
Yes.
Right? It uses a metal that you put a charge through, and it changes the metal?
So, correct. So, you want anything that's going to go through rugged environments, you want limited moving parts.
Makes sense.
And most things we have, it's sprockets and cogs and all kinds of machinery and whatnot.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So any of the motors and all that, these have a lot of, anytime you're changing electrical to mechanical, electrical current to mechanical, you need some electromechanical stuff. Anything on the market was too ordained or too slow.
Yeah, anything mechanical is going to be very slow for something like this. I mean, you can't be 5 seconds. It's got to be a second or under.
Correct. So that's why we got to 300 milliseconds.
Okay.
So 300 milliseconds before the time that you press the button, turns on, and it verifies. And then it sends a signal. Then depends on how you're holding it, that's the rest of the time.
And what is that is not mechanical?
Shape memory alloy.
Shape memory alloy. And what it does is it changes the shape, right? It allows it to open up. Is that a dumbed down?
Exactly. So when Mars rover moves its solar panel, it uses shape memory alloy. It doesn't use a motor. It doesn't use a solenoid. It doesn't use any of those. Why did I look at that? By the way, this is actually how I found it, because it's rugged environment. It has to go through beating.
Yeah.
It is ridiculously unpredictable, and that's why.
This is perfect when I move to Mars.
No kidding,
it's
right?
Good to go, right?
So it is verified.
And also pretty good on Earth, too.
And you can save lives here, too, by the way.
No, you absolutely.
In the process.
Absolutely. Okay, so that's the inside. And you've got, some of this is patent, some of this is proprietary, right?
Absolutely. So the algorithms are proprietary.
Okay.
Because you go to any other algorithm, nothing compares to this. I've had other people come and ask me if they could have this. Obviously they can't. But we'll work something out. If they're actually saving lives, we'll do whatever
You'll do what you can to help
enable them.
Okay, so that's the inside.
Groove right here.
Yeah, explain me that.
So the groove right here is if your eyes are closed and you want to find it in the dark, you can still find it.
The groove is...
it popped open even on the table, just like that.
Oh, yeah. Right. The center of the groove is the fingerprint reader.
Correct. So it guides your finger to exactly where it needs to go to press the button.
And ergonomically, it just fits. The whole thing, you just put your hand on it, and your hand just goes to where it's supposed to go.
Absolutely. That's the design process that I went through. That's because I don't really... so these are the 3 lights. Each one of them refer to a different profile. So when I open it, this light goes on. So I'm set in this profile. The idea behind this is if a kid is going through a bad breakup. That would be a perfect time for the parent to disable access without them knowing. So you can remove them out without touching your stuff. Teen suicide is a big issue. That feature is designed solely focused on that.
And you've got 3 profiles that it can read. In other words, 3 fingerprints from 3 different people that you can program in, but you can change those at any time.
Any time. Whoever has the key is the master owner of the device. It takes less than a minute, not even. In the enroll process is similar to, I guess, iPhone.
How long does it take to program?
Like I said, maybe in a minute.
Set ours? Just show people?
Absolutely. So I'm going to go through the whole process.
Yep.
Whoever owns the device, owns the key, is the master owner. The master owner is going to unlock it. Now he has 10 seconds to press the enroll button.
Okay.
Now the enroll feature is enabled.
And I just touch it?
Touch it. You're actually training the device how you could potentially touch it under stress.
Oh, so show it a bunch of different ways, like some phones have it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Now this is your input. The better your input, that better the output. Now it's programmed.
Okay.
And let the light settle in.
And this is a lot like when you train the fingerprint sensor on your iPhone.
That's what I'm saying.
It tells you to lift.
It tells you multiple
move
times.
Yeah, move it around so that
And we're programmed now.
Yep.
So I just put it down there.
Yep. And then release.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's not the only part. If you
And
press
then-
it again,
yeah.
you
Oh
can
yeah.
open
Good.
it. Open it.
Open it. Yeah. I'll see. Yeah.
And now I want you to do it. Tap the sensor with the same spot as fast as you can. With this part that you programmed in.
Oh yeah.
Can you beat it? Can you get it? Can you get it faster? Can you beat it?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the fastest demonstration of a trigger lock I have ever seen.
Spot.
Oh, there it is.
Right.
All right. You want to do this? All right.
Next cool thing. Now we're totally turned the other way.
Okay.
Okay. If you go to normal other safes and all that, they just don't function like that.
Right.
Let's see if this will give it a shot. Same spot.
Oh, it opens from the absolute. Flipped it around.
And that is a bit. I've seen safes and even locks that have that sensor. And yeah, you're right. If you attack it from any other angle, it doesn't open.
The point behind me, I don't know how my user is going to want it.
Right. Exactly.
I don't know.
No. When you go to pick that gun up, wow.
You can drop it as much.
If anybody,
not too many times.
If anybody can break it, Doc can break it. Yes. Just saying, you're a good testing subject.
Do you sell directly to customers, or is
That's our main channel. It's also available at Cabela's. It's also available at Amazon, Optics Planet, Glock Store. Our website is getidentalock.com. We have 100-day return policy, and we don't get any returns.
IDENTI lock.
Getidentalock.
Getidentalock.com.
Absolutely.
And what's the retail?
It retails for $199, and
it's a great price.
And then law enforcement gets significant discount.
Okay,
What's so special about them?
The service to the country.
Wow.
That's a bear trap. Don't answer that question. Don't answer. just brush him off. Everyone else knows what's so special.
They have more passion than we do.
There it is. There it is. Getidentalock.com.
I already put it on our social media pages.
Are you going to get one guy next to me?
It's Ron.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Very cool.
I've got a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0. I'm going to put that joker on.
I have a 3.0.
I have a 3.4. Do you have? Does it fit multiple calibers, multiple sizes?
So M&P version, yes.
Okay.
So same for the Glock. So the only thing, it's family of guns. So this is the Springfield version. It fills all Springfields that we know of.
Okay.
The Glock version fits pretty much all except the single stack.
Okay.
The M&P fits all except the 380 version, because that's so we have two versions for Smith & Wesson. The smaller one fits the 380 version of M&P.
It's a great idea. It really is.
So
If you're a parent, how do you not at least spend some time looking at this at the website? Getidentalock.com.
This is focused. Last thing I want to say. This focuses on 3 things. It focuses
That'd
on
be 3 last things then.
One, it prevents young kids from getting access to their parents' gun and causing an unrepairable harm.
Sure.
Second thing is teen suicide.
Right.
Which is huge.
Right.
And finally, your gun won't turn on you. That's the function of this
There you
product.
go.
Oh, you're right. No one else is going to grab it and use it on you if they break in your house in the middle of the night.
That's it.
Getidentalock.com. Sir, thank you so much.
Thank you
Omar,
so much.
really appreciate it. Check it out, website. Like you said, we've used this before. We used to have this in the studio, and we're just on the air, and we're just like this. Boom, and just keep playing with the thing and whatever. Getidentalock.com.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
We'll put it out there on social media, and people should. Oh, we'd like to present you with this jar of Heinz ketchup, as we are.
Yes,
Everybody that's
yes,
here.
we are,
As a
giving
token of
away-
our appreciation. Yeah,
That is one
yeah.
of
It's
these-
not supposed to be enjoyed that much. Brad's just giving you the business.
Right. It's you'll enjoy. You can use that anywhere you want to.
Who doesn't like ketchup?
Right.
Exactly.
Onion rings, French fries,
Thanks so
anywhere
much.
you like
Appreciate
it.
Have a great day. It's getadentalock.com.
I'm gonna have to
Lots of good
restock the
people
prize
there.
closet over here.
Yeah, you still got
We're
some
running-
mayo and
Mayo.
one jelly. I'm keeping
and some
this one in
very
reserve.
nice mustard. This is Dijon mustard, by the way.
Oh well, that's for
no
our
one's lived
upscale
up to
people.
it yet.
Upscale people,
but close.
what is
Ron.
this?
That's
Ron.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope your first day wasn't.
Oh,
too
it
much
was
of a-
fantastic.
not
I
a
enjoyed it.
difficult
I learned a
spread.
lot.
Some troubles this
Been
morning,
around.
so good.
Yeah,
good.
I
What's
learned
that?
a lot this morning.
Right.
What's that?
Right. It's not his first day. He's been around.
Day
for
two?
what?
Day-
No,
okay.
it's- yeah.
Although I acted as though it was my first day.
Ironically, yeah, you did. It's pretty amazing.
That is because you were
I've
seriously
gotta get
talking
one.
about. That works really well, and as far as
Especially if you have grandkids running around the house, and I do.
Oh yeah.
And I keep my firearm pretty local to me.
Yeah.
In the house. Yeah, I definitely need to have.
You're
one
going
of
to feel much more comfortable with this because the thing is, you don't know if you're just like let me go ahead and hide it again.
Right.
You don't know, and then again, if you hide it, is it accessible? You're going to feel much better about this as well.
Hey, Ron, when you touch that, it makes noise. Just so you know.
I've been trying
Stop
to look at
touching
you.
it.
I've been trying to tell you that.
And then you
I
go and
keep
do
going
this-
and muting you. Oh, look, he's muted. So who's in control of
That's
the buttons
right.
now?
We're in charge of the buttons. I'm
I'll
off
just
too.
be.
That's
You
not
know what?
good.
Tomorrow morning, I get to sleep in. Up y'all both.
We'll keep calling you.
Oh, that's
Doesn't matter.
great.
Don't worry about that.
I have night mode on my
Definitely
phone.
go and check that out. In fact, check out all of the products and companies and organizations that we've talked with today. All really good people. A lot of it, you have to go to their website to see it.
And we put them up on Facebook. I'm going to be interested to see if the links stay up on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
I put them up
Or
on
they don't
MeWe, too.
disappear.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a feeling they may disappear on
Please
Facebook.
share them while we still can.
Please share them.
Yeah.
Screenshot them, share them, tell your friends about
One
them
more
as well.
day. We got one more
We'll
day
see you
here.
tomorrow
Yes.
morning live on MoJo 50 from SHOT Show 2019.
Unless we get arrested again.